We're mobile.
Take Fox Sports 1350 with you using iHeartRadio.
KTDD Riverside, San Bernardino. Fox Sports Radio, 1350 AM.
Now live from Etiwanda High School located in Rancho Cucamonga, it's Coach B.
Andy Turner with Fox Sports 1350, High School Game of the Week.
And we are live from Eagle Stadium located on the campus of Etiwanda High School in Rancho Cucamonga. It's Brian, Coach B. Arrington, and Eddie Internal Talbert, my co-host on the IE Sports Net. We're here on Fox Sports 1350 High School Game of the Week. There's electricity out there, Eternal. This is Etiwanda. We said this all season long. Etiwanda was built in the 80s. This is the first year that they've had their own on-campus football stadium, and how fitting that they had their first home playoff game tonight.
Yeah, this is a big deal here. The Etiwanda faithful is out. Got a chance to talk to Coach Davis. We're really excited to be here. Who would have thought when we started this thing off, Etiwanda gets out here in the baseline league that they'd be in the playoffs. But Coach B, here they are, they're ready to go.
They have a tough matchup tonight against Lompoc Braves coming from 4 hours away. Etiwanda kicks the ball off first, and Lompoc, number 22, gets the ball. We'll get a name to you in just a minute. He's to the 20. He's to the 30. He's to the 40. Looks like no one's going to catch him. He's going all the way. First play of the game is a touchdown for their running back at number 22.
And, Coach B, that's going to be their running back, star player Shamar Savage, Coach B.
That run was savage.
And that's what it was. That's what the kids say nowadays. And there's no flags on the field, so this is going to hold up. And, wow, they made the trip, Coach B. There's no bus lag, no jet lag. They came here ready to play some football.
He came out like he was upset and said, hey, we're 11-0. And we have to ride 4 miles from San Bernardino, Santa Barbara County.
Right.
They had to drive all the way down from, and they came out ready to play. And that was he picked the ball up at about the 10-yard line, and he raced down a good 90 yards. So with 11 minutes and 48 seconds to go, haven't even had our first offensive play. Special teams comes through, and they scored that first touchdown. And tonight, I know you talked to Coach Davis. He knows this is a tough matchup. This is an 11-0 quality team in the Division IV playoffs.
And, Coach B, here's what they're doing right now, Coach B. They are averaging roughly – they've had close to 4 shutouts this season, Coach B. This Lompoc team is really ready to play football. As you said, they're undefeated. They got some really star players out there. They run the football a lot. They have a quarterback and a running back that both have over 1,000 yards, but these guys can get the job done.
And we didn't even get a chance to get around to the eternal key to the game tonight. And like we said, we know you talked to Coach Davis. And with tonight, what are the keys for Etiwanda tonight to pull off this victory that you see?
Well, what's going to have to happen, Coach B, is they're going to have a lot out of the star quarterback, and that's going to be Tommy McDonald. Tommy McDonald.
The Rogan's hero.
The Rogan's hero, Tommy McDonald. We need to make sure we give him his props. But the kid can come out here and play. He's an exciting quarterback, but they need to get the ball going. But they're also going to have to get the run going. As we know, Coach Davis is up in the booth now, so that's going to be him making adjustments on the fly.
And what do you see on that defensive side? I know we said it before, and we talked about the miracle game, the miracle at Etiwanda when they came back 30 unanswered points against Damien. And we talked about it all season. Nate Neal had to come and play, and I think he and Gutierrez, another player you talked about all season.
Yes, and again, Gutierrez is going to have to play big, and he's going to have to keep his eye on Cameron Davis. Cameron Davis, this kid can play. He is their quarterback. He's number 3. And Cameron Davis is the leader of this Lompoc Braves team.
And like you said, Etiwanda is going to have a tough task tonight because Lompoc, like we said, they're 11-0. But when you look at their schedule, the most points they've given up to anybody all season is 14 points.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible.
So Etiwanda, they kicked the ball off. They came out with some bad intentions. They kicked that ball almost out of the end zone, and that was a serious punt.
Yeah, and Coach Davis said these kids are going to be ready. I think, again, what he wanted to make sure that his team was prepared for the onslaught. I think he knew that these guys are high-powered, they're high-octane. They're going to come out here, they're going to throw the ball around, they're going to run it, so they got to be prepared. What's going to be big for him is responding right here, Coach B.
Right. And so Etiwanda comes out on the field, and like we said, their starting quarterback, Tommy McDonald's in the backfield. He has Cashmere Dino with him. He's in the true shotgun, 2 receivers to his right, 2 receivers to his left, and he has the ball at his 20. Hands it off to Cashmere. Cashmere's dancing. Cashmere gets about on a power run off tackle. Cashmere got maybe a foot.
Yeah, if that, Coach B. Right now it looks like they're giving him a chain link.
Yes. So to start the game off, your Etiwanda Eagles have their traditional home uniforms with the red pants, the black jersey with the gold numerals, and Lompoc is coming in with the visitors' light-colored jerseys, white trimmed in blue, and they are the Lompoc Braves.
Right.
So Tommy, again, is in the shotgun. He has Cashmere in the backfield with him. 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Hands it off to Cashmere. It was another run off tackle, and that defense is stout out there. He got maybe 2 yards.
Yeah, and Coach B, ironically, with the baseline league, generally Etiwanda is outside.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really see that tonight. It looks like they're pretty much equally, they have a similar
Matched up on
sizes.
size.
Yeah, like it's fairly matched up. But yeah, these guys are out here to hit the gap.
So 3rd and 8, the ball's on the 22-yard line. Tommy McDonald rolls to his left. He doesn't see anything downfield, so he decides to tuck it. And he goes. He got 5 yards. It looked like Tommy got enough to pick up the first down on that play. It was a pass play where he rolled out looking deep, didn't see anything. So Tommy said, "Hey, I'm going to run it."
And he's capable, Coach B. What they do a lot, which you're going to see a lot out of this Etiwanda team. They have 2 quarterbacks that can run the football. They have Hamill and they have McDonald. McDonald's going to start the game off tonight, and he is a capable quarterback.
And Hamill's in, just as you said it, right on cue. Hamill's in. So he's in the shotgun with 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. He's in the backfield by himself. Hamill, it's a fake, and it's a sweep to the left, and Cashmere Dina's going. And wow, did they run him down for the back. So Cashmere on a sweep to the right, he picked up maybe a yard or 2. This team, they are getting out to that perimeter. This defense is fast.
They run east to west very good, Coach B, and that's what you want to be able to do. You want to be able to, if they're trying to extend the play offensively in terms of the Etiwanda Eagles, this Braves team is showing that they can run these guys down and make plays.
They're showing they're brave. So Hamill again is in the shotgun. He keeps the ball this time. It is a fake sweep. He runs the ball, and it looks like Hamill picked up maybe 5 or 6 yards. It was 2nd and 10 from the 34, and it looks like they're going to give Hamill about 5 yards. So it's going to be 3rd and about 5, exactly. So the ball's spotted now at your 34-yard line.
And no doubt about it. And one thing is interesting, as a fan of the game, excuse me, as a fan of the game, you look at this and you say, why do you have 2 quarterbacks in there? But I tell you what, it confuses the heck out of this Braves team because it keeps you off balance.
So Hamill's in the shotgun again. He sends his player in motion. He hands the ball. It is a pass. The quarterback keeps it. He throws. It goes trickery, and it's almost intercepted on that play. And it was a run play to, it looks like number 12 was ran that play.
Hamill.
No, Hamill handed it off to number 12. And
no, that's O.C. Wallace. Excuse me. Sorry about that.
Yes. So it was an incomplete pass. So early in the game, Coach Davis is going into his bag of tricks. And on that particular play, it didn't look like it was successful for them. But Coach Davis knows it's going to be a tough game with 9 minutes and 39 seconds to go. It looks like Etiwanda is going to punt. 4th and 5, the ball on the 39-yard line. And I know he told his special teams, you better be ready for this one. So the ball bounces at the 30. Takes the Etiwanda bounce. And it bounces down to about the 18-yard line.
Great punt.
And as we know, with the hardest working man on the team, number 77, Diego Garcia, with a huge punt. And football's about field position.
No doubt about it. Right now, what you want to be able to do is get this Lompoc team, at least try to get them back on the hill. But what I'm seeing, I really like what I'm seeing out of this Braves defense. Really, really disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
Because even on the pitch play, which could have been a ran, those DBs turned around and they ran with those receivers, and nobody was open, Coach B, on that last play for Etiwanda.
So it's 1st and 10 for Lompoc. Their first offensive play. They have a touchdown on special teams, so it's 1st and 10. The ball's for the 23-yard line. 9 minutes, 23 seconds to go, and they're headed on your radio dial. They're going to be, it looks like there's a sweep. Wow, great play, great tackle out there for Etiwanda. So on that play, Lompoc is going south on your radio dial, and that was a big stop for Etiwanda. Etiwanda defense, looks like they gave up about 3 yards on that play.
And that's going to be their stud running back, Coach B, Toa Tua. And he's only a junior, Coach B, but they give it to this kid a lot, and they ask a lot out of him to help this help out this Lompoc offense out. And he's going to run the football a lot tonight and challenge Etiwanda defense.
So you're looking at 1st and 10 of your quarterbacks, and that's their quarterback is Carmen Davis. And it looks like, and it goes to Toa again, and it looks like Etiwanda stopped him on that play. So you're looking, it was second and about 7 or 8. So it looks like it looks like they're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage, but I kind of firmly disagree with. But
yeah. Well, right now, again, the guy that came down there and made the play is our Etiwanda defensive impact player, Mr. Gutierrez, and he can play football. And right now, he's playing real close to the line close to where the linebackers play.
So it's 3rd and 7, 8 minutes and 19 seconds to go. They run in kind of a power formation, and there it is, a Toa again, and he's running a power off tackle, and Toa maybe got a yard or two on that play. And I'll say this looks like it's going to be a battle of defense here, because Etiwanda, and what a lot of people don't understand is football is a game of field position. So if Etiwanda can get them to punt here, they can flip the field advantage.
No doubt about it, Coach B. And right now, what they want to do, they want to be prepared, Coach B. Right? Because you don't want to get lulled to sleep by the run and be subject to the play action pass. But I do like the way that Etiwanda right now is coming up in their stout and stopping the run.
Yes. So we see back deep to field the punt is going to be Andre Grayson. He's a senior defensive back. He's at about his own 35-yard line or so. And there was a penalty on the play, so it looks like they're going to get pushed back a little bit more.
Wow.
False start.
Yeah, and that's a very, very tough play, especially on a punt.
Right.
You don't want to have that. And as you said, Coach B, this is all about field position right now. So Coach Davis and the rest of the Eagles coaching staff has to like what they're seeing.
So that's the first penalty of the night with 7 minutes and 41 seconds to go. And your Lompoc Braves are ready to kick the ball off. And what a drive they had tonight. 4 hours to get here.
Oh, yeah.
Grayson is there. It looks
miles.
like he's going to let it bounce. He's going to, and he feels it at about the 30-yard line. He shakes a man. He makes one miss. He gets, what a block that Gutierrez put. And he told him, welcome to the Inland Empire, baby.
Hey,
I heard that hit up here.
Yeah. And he asked him, was it worth the trip? and it looks like it was.
I think he said no.
Yeah.
He said, my mama's here. You ain't got to hit me like that.
Right.
So
well,
it's 7 minutes and 23 seconds to go.
Let's hope they made it, because I'm trying to tell you, they're like you said, it's 200 miles for this Lompoc Braves team to get down here to the Inland Empire. And right now, Etiwanda is working on not being such a gracious host.
And I think that they left last week.
Yeah.
So they just got here. So it's 7 minutes and 23 seconds to go in the first quarter for Etiwanda down to score 7-0 to the visiting Lompoc Braves here in your CIF second-round quarterfinals for Division IV playoffs. So Tommy McDonald's in the background. Quick little slant. Looked like he was going after Jordan Porter. Incomplete play. It was a quick little slant play that he was looking to do there.
And that was really a good play call by Coach Davis. It was definitely there. Mm-hmm. He rushed it a little bit. He didn't wait for that receiver to get set. He was actually targeting number 82 on the pass.
Jordan Porter.
Our guy, Jordan Porter. Good call.
So McDonald's in the true shotgun formation. He has two receivers left, two to his right. Cashmere Duna's in the backfield, hands it off to Cashmere. Cashmere is looking for a seam, and Cashmere, he gets about to the line of scrimmage. So you're looking already at about a 3rd and 9.5.
And that is what you don't want to do right now. As Coach Davis, I'm sure he's up top right now looking at this. You want to keep 3rd and short. 3rd and manageable. Yeah, exactly. But 3rd and short, preferably 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4. Going forward.
6 minutes and 52 seconds to go. McDonald's in the gun. He's looking up. He keeps the ball. It looks like it was a design quarterback run. It was a fumble on the play, and it looks like Lompoc got it.
And there's no call. Yeah, there's a call right there. They got it.
So the Braves got it. And, they are in prime real estate. So now they're going to have – and this is what we talk about, flipping the field position. So Lompoc is going to have the ball at about the 38-yard line, 1st and 10, and they're going to be ready to rock and roll.
And it's not even Christmas, but they're already giving out gifts.
So Lompoc is in business. Their senior quarterback, Cameron Davis, comes up. They run kind of a bunch formation. It's a power set. They have 2 tight ends. Yep. They have a fullback and a tailback, and they have 2 receivers. You don't see this formation very much anymore. And Tuatawa gets it, and he picks up. Even with that power formation, he only picks up about a yard or 2.
Well, Coach B, again, they're very blatant about what they're going to do. They're not shy about showing you what the plan is. And right now the plan is to play smash-mouth football. Mm-hmm. So the Eagles are going to have to be prepared for that. And we've seen them struggle with the run this year, Coach B. So we're going to see how they line up. And they're going to have to get some help from their all-star safety, Gutierrez.
So now you're looking at 2nd and 9. The ball is it's at about the 37-yard line. 6 minutes, 8 seconds to go. And they're running, and here we go, right up the middle. It's to number 20. What a stiff arm that man put on there. Then that was a run by number 21. That's Ruben Cortez.
Ruben Cortez, Coach B, he's a junior, 185 pounds. He looked more like 285 pounds the way he came out of that hole. Big kid, and was able to get some yards positive for those Braves.
So that was some serious misdirection they ran now. So now they're going to be 1st and 10. They are in the red zone. They're at Etiwanda's 20-yard line with 5 minutes and 51 seconds to go, and they're in business. They're at least at bare minimum, they're in field goal range.
No doubt about it.
So again, they're in that bunch formation, two receivers to your left, and Talbert gets it, and he gets off tackle, and he just walked. He didn't get touched until he got 2 yards into the end zone on that play.
Coach B, that was impressive. They got a huge line down there, and Coach B, once this kid gets to going downhill, Coach B, there's not a lot you can do. Tua comes into this game, Coach B, with 1,600 yards on the year, so this kid is very capable of putting in big numbers against this Etiwanda Eagles defense.
Yes, they do. So now they're looking to go up a score. The extra point is about to be attempted. So Lompoc with 5 minutes and 37 seconds to go. Lompoc, and this is the one thing we talked about earlier in the game. When you look at Lompoc's record, the first game they gave up, they went for 2 and they got it. Oh, wow.
And Coach B, they had an offset there where they looked like they threw to the inside tight end. What a play. What a play call.
And you look at them, the first game of the year they gave up 14 points. Second game of the year they gave up 10 points. And then after that they went 6 games in a row where they had shutouts.
Yeah.
5 games in a row they had shutouts, and then they gave up 3 points, another 3 points, and then 14 points in the playoffs.
Yeah, and Coach B, a lot of people will say, well, what kind of competition? It doesn't matter to me. When you're having games like that, where you're able to shut down people on that kind of with that kind of consistency, it shows that you have a really stout defensive unit.
They put 65 points up on Carter, 65-0 in the first round of the playoffs. So that's a team that's ready to play. So Lompoc goes up a score with that successful 2-point conversion. They go up a score of 15-0 here in this game, and it looks like the coaches are huddled up with the referees. I'm not sure why. While we have a break in the action, go ahead.
No, please.
While we have a break in the action, we want to say Bellatina Italiano is a proud sponsor of your Etiwanda Eagles. Authentic Italian food made fresh for you. And you know what? We've been saying all season that we're going to go check out Bellatino's. I think we got to get over there.
I agree, Coach B.
Because I love me some Italian food. And also, tonight's game is brought to you in part by Fontana Mayor Aquanetta Warren. Since 2002, Aquanetta has made a positive difference in the daily lives of Fontana residents, as well as the Fontana Rotary Club. Remember, Fontana is a city of action, and Fontana Rotary is no exception to that motto, as well as Fontana City Council member Michael Tahan. Michael Tahan is a city council member, a local business owner, and a Fontana school board member with a proven record for results. And, Second District Supervisor Janice Rutherford as well has provided support for us all season long, so we want to thank her for everything she's done for us. And last, and one of our favorite sponsors or supporters, IE Sportsnet, the Inland Empire Sports Authority. Join Coach B and Eternal every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. on Fox Sports 1350. Visit us on the web at iesportsnet.com or Fox Sports Radio 1350.com. So we had a kickoff. And Etiwanda, it looks like they downed it in the end zone, so it's 1st and 10 from their own 20. McDonald's looking, and McDonald is passing, and that pass was tipped. What a dangerous pass there. That was nearly intercepted.
And the receiver, Coach B, the receiver was open. He just didn't throw it in the right time. He wanted to make sure he got outside of the route because there was a lot of congestion in that middle area right there. If he just waited a couple more steps, the receiver was going to run wide open, and it could have been open for some serious yardage.
And maybe what we have to do is wait for Etiwanda to go down 26 points for the Magic, like they did against Damien when they just had a game for the ages. And on second down, they ran a play off tackle Kashmir Dina, and it looks like Kashmir picked up maybe 5 or 6 yards. So they are moving the ball.
Yeah, well, I think right now they're doing at least a lot better for their last series, Coach B. They want to be able to get the ball again. As you mentioned, third and manageable, and they look like they're in position for that right now.
They're close with 3rd and 6 with 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go. The ball is now there. And Tommy McDonald rolled to the left. He has a receiver. It looks like he was really close to a first down, but in an effort to try to get more yards, he lost a couple of yards on that play.
And what you want to do, Coach B, when you're catching the ball, they always teach receivers know where the first down is. And right there, he hesitated a little bit, which may be costly, and it looks like they're going to have to bring out the punt unit right here.
And it looks like they thought about it for a moment. But if you're pinned that deep in your own territory, the smart thing I would say you have to do is you have to punt the ball. The ball is at about the 38-yard line. You've got to punt that ball. So you're looking at 4th and about 3 4 minutes and 57 seconds to go, and Diego Garcia punched the ball again, and it was Tawatua. It takes an Etiwanda bounce. It bounced at the 45-yard line. Oh, he picked it up. Oh, wow. That was not, I don't know about that, but he went for it. And that was number 35. Yeah, Tawatua. And that was a dangerous play. But when you're a guy like him, you're set on the team, hey, you can take a few gambles every here and there.
Well, you obviously you want to keep the gambles to a minimum.
Yes.
But really, a good play by him. If he had his feet, there was a hole there, which is why when you're a defender on the kickoff or on the punt, you almost want to screen the potential returner out, so that way he doesn't have a chance at the football.
So now you're looking at 1st and 10 for Lompoc on their own 34-yard line, 4 minutes, 47 seconds to go. Their quarterback is in the backfield, and that's Davis. And he hands the ball off. It's to Tawatua. And, wow, did he shake somebody out of their socks. And he picked up about 6 yards on that play. And, like you said, this kind of reminds me, everybody's going to the spread formations and whatnot. This reminds you of Stanford, where they just want to get in the phone booth with you and get into a dogfight.
And interestingly enough, I'm looking here inside of us, Coach B. No staff here on the booth. They're calling everything from the field, Coach B. Mm-hmm. So, and as you mentioned, they're playing smash mouth. Mm-hmm. They have a.
So with 4 minutes and 16 seconds to go, it's 2nd and 5 for Lompoc. And they and again, there's some misdirection, and in Tawatua, they hand the ball off, and it looks like he picked up maybe 3 yards on that play.
Yeah, and Coach B, I've been extremely impressed with this kid. He's really good patience, has excellent feet and excellent vision, Coach B, and he's doing a lot for this Braves football team right now by getting the football up the field very consistently.
Mm-hmm. So now you're looking at 3rd and 2. The ball, we have 3 minutes and 43 seconds to go. And your Eagles, this is going to be a stretch on their defense.
Yeah, man, they got to come up big right here.
And do they do? And they hand the ball off tackle, and it looks like they got enough to get that first down. And that looks like that Stanford play where they go right off of the tight end.
Exactly. And Coach B, again, they're not hiding what they do here. They're lining up, and there's not a lot of trickery going on, Coach B, but they're having a great deal of success at it. And, again, they have some really, really special players on their football team, Coach B.
It's that smash-mouth football that you don't see anymore.
Yeah.
And like you said, their line is not – they're not overpowering you by
No. Well, I don't know if they – overpower might not be the word, but they're not size-wise. Yeah, they just have a really good disciplined blocking team.
And they're going to pass, and that's a great way to come up and meet your receiver. There's a ball on the play, and it looks like who's going to recover that ball?
There's a flag. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Let's see what was going on. Who's that
flag? And that's going to be 15 yards right there, guaranteed.
On who?
On Lompoc, guaranteed, because he pushed it. He looks like he pushed Gutierrez.
Yeah.
So you want to.
So with 3 minutes and 6 seconds to go, this may be the second penalty of the night.
That's going to be costly.
Yes. And Lompoc is backing up, so I think they know that's going to be against.
Well, and it looks like here, Coach B, the way because you can't really. They didn't throw a flag on Gutierrez, because, you would think maybe they would call a late hit, but the flag clearly came out when the other kid, when the player from Lompoc came up, and it looked like he shoved one of the Etiwanda players, and that's when the flag came out. So let's see if they call unnecessary roughness here.
Well, if you rode a bus for 4 hours, and it looks like it's on Etiwanda. So if you rode a bus for 4 hours, you'd be a little upset too. So yes, it was called on the Eagles.
And wow, interesting.
Yes.
That was late then.
Yes. So now it's going to be, they are in business now. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from about the 34-yard line with 3 minutes and 6 seconds to go. And
generally, you call offsetting there, if anything, because the other kid got up and I don't know.
Yeah, they always catch the retaliation. So, and we want to remind you, you're listening to the Fox Sports 1350 Game of the Week with Coach B.
Any Turner. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts. Stops here live on Fox Sports 1350.
So Lompoc is in business. They have the ball at about the 34-yard line, and they hand it to their Mr. Dependent. Oh, wow, he shook somebody, and that stiff arm was amazing. I tell you, he picked up maybe 11 yards. Tawatua. And what a play that was.
Coach B, he put a move on that corner. It was incredible. Mm-hmm. Oh, my goodness, Coach. And again, running lateral like that and having that kind of awareness and speed.
Mm-hmm.
and the ability to do that was just incredible. I haven't seen a move like that, Coach B, while I got that size in quite some time. That was good.
Yeah, and the stiff arm at the end, that just shows you that's a very strong young man. So with 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go, Lompoc is in business. They have the ball at Etiwanda's 23-yard line, and once again, their quarterback, Davis, is under the gun. He sends his player in motion. He kind of did a stutter step, and he rolls out. Oh, wow, he's looking. If he doesn't pass it, he has a lot of yards out there to run, and he picked up that close to being a hit out of bounds.
Yeah, it really
was. He picked up 8 yards on that play, and it was like a naked bootleg, and there was nothing over there on this side but him and 10 yards.
And just like I said, Coach B, this is what happens when you're able to run the ball successfully. When you run the ball successfully like that, the play action is almost impossible to defend.
Mm-hmm. And what it is it's just you have to be disciplined. A kid's eyes, they get wide, and you have to be disciplined, and you have to stay in your lane. As boring as it is, you have to stay in your lane.
And we talked to a coach the other night, Coach B, and he said he was teaching his kids all the time to watch that. And when you're in high school, you just forget those things.
So 2nd and 1 from the 14-yard line, and they hand the ball off to number 21. Big shot right there, and that was number 21. That's Ruben Cortez, and he took a big shot on that play.
But it looks like he may have gotten the first down.
Yes, it looks like they gave him the first down. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from about the 11-yard line, so they can still theoretically get a first down.
Yeah, Coach B, and they're showing right now they have 2 guys that they're rotating in and out of this Lompoc Braves football team, Coach B, that are able to get the job done in a very impressive manner and able to provide some run support for this Lompoc Braves offense.
So 1 minute, 49 seconds to go, and Lompoc's in business. And this has pretty much been their MO, tough, physical football, and they don't make mistakes on defense. So 1st and 10, let's see what they can do. They send their player in motion. Davis is in the shotgun, and, of course, he hands it up to Toa, too. And he's looking, he's dancing, and he is shifty. He's not fast.
No.
But he hits the right hole. I'll say that.
He has excellent vision and really good feet, Coach B. Like, when you're a running back, again, similar to my Dallas Cowboys team, like Emmitt Smith, when you just have – you're not
Ezekiel.
Well, Zeke's still growing. He has excellent vision and feet as well.
Yes.
But I'm talking about in terms of the size, when you have really good feet and vision like that, you're able to make moves like that, Coach B. And this kid is special.
Yeah. So it's 2nd down and about 8 to go. The ball is at about looks like it's about the 9-yard line. So let's see. It's Toa goes off tackle, and wow, he cut back. What a cutback!
Almost got a touchdown.
Yes.
My goodness.
What a play. He faked me out because it was a run to the right off tackle, and he cut back.
I was still looking for him.
And almost got it. And it looks like they got the first down, so it's 1st and 10 from the 1-yard line.
This is scary, Coach B. This is really scary.
With 48 seconds, and this is when the offensive line, they get excited.
They
peel their ears back, and they say, hey, this is on us.
Right.
So and they brought the jumbo set out. They have 3 running backs in the backfield. They have Davis under center. They send a running back in motion, and this is going to be a power run. And they're going to the left, and they stopped them. Etiwanda stopped them at the end zone.
Play. And I'm here to tell you, number 33, Coach B, for the Etiwanda Eagles, and that's going to see here.
I think that was 35. I think that was that Carnival?
Yeah. Well, yeah, number 35, Alex Carnival, came off really from his defensive line position, Coach B, and he was not fooled at all and was able to come up there big time.
Yes, I agree. Great play. I think that may have been a 33.
No, that was definitely 33.
That was a 33.
Yeah, there's no question about that. I don't see him on the roster, but yeah, no doubt about it. But really, nonetheless, a great play. Into the first quarter, Coach B, and my goodness, we have fireworks here, and the Lompoc Braves are actually the ones providing it.
Yes, so like you said, at the end of one quarter, Lompoc with the ball still at about the 1-yard line. They are knocking at the door. It is a score of 15-0 that your visiting Lompoc Braves are over on your home Etiwanda Eagles. Regardless of the outcome of the season, what a great, successful season for Coach Davis. 2nd year here at Etiwanda High School. You can see the synergy and the momentum. It's changing. He's an alumni,
right.
So it's a lot of pride he has for this school.
No doubt about it, Coach B. Especially with this great new stadium. We said it time and time again. You come here, you look around. The field is great. Got a great track. The concessions. The food is great here. I mean, we've been impressed. It's really been a top flight run. A little hookup they have here. And again, still, this game isn't over, Coach B. The Etiwanda Eagles, they've shown they've been able to come out and they've played these tough games. One of the things the Lompoc hasn't had, they haven't really been challenged a great deal this year. So let's see if the Etiwanda Eagles are able to turn this thing around. Maybe they can come up with a huge goal line stand here and see if they can come up with some points and start putting some pressure back on this Braves team.
Right. So now you're looking at the ball. It's the second and goal from about the 1-inch yard, and Lompoc is rushing up to that line of scrimmage. The offensive line is like, hey, this is our time. It's game time. So it's going to be your first play of your second half on second down, and they hand the ball off to who else? Tawatoe. And he walks into that end zone like he was invited as a house guest.
Coach B, you said walk. I mean, I generally speaking, on a goal line play, when somebody runs up the middle, they don't walk in there. But he walked in there, and Coach B, as you were saying, this line is not really like that much bigger, at least that I can see. But they have a very disciplined blocking scheme, and this offensive line has been impressive, as well as Toatua.
Yes, he has. He's a very, very disciplined young man. I'm very interested in seeing where he's going to go next year, and they go for the extra point. They kick it this time, so that is good and successful. So the score is 22-0. Lompoc Braves are now up over the Etiwanda Eagles with 11 minutes and 58 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, and right now, and Coach B, the way they're playing football, it really does put a lot of pressure on this Etiwanda Eagles football team. You know, again, put pressure on you on defensively as well as on offense. And we're seeing why this Lompoc team is undefeated at 11-0.
It's one of those things when you watch a boxing match and you wonder why they keep hitting them in the ribs. Well, you're wearing down the body.
There's no doubt about it.
And that's what these runs will do.
Yes.
It's body shot.
Right. Well, I was saying that, in the beginning of the first quarter, Coach B, the way they're running that football, if they ever decide to pull a play action, it's going to really put this Eagles defense in a lot of trouble.
Yes. So on that, we're looking at, and number 33 is Kyle Edwards. So we have that.
Senior Kyle Edwards.
Yes.
Huh? Yep.
So we have a correction and retraction on that. So, Mr. Edwards, we want to make sure we give you your props tonight. And what it is, a lot of there's been some adjustments on the rosters because some of the kids from the freshman and JV team have moved up during playoffs.
Exactly.
So we're looking at so Lompoc punts the ball off, and we fielded at the 5. We're out to the 10, and it looks like it is a fake reverse. Grayson gets it out to the 20. He's up to the 25. He's up to the 30. He's got some room, and he gets up to about the 40-yard line. What a play they ran right there.
That was a really great play right there, Coach B. And again, you need a spark right now for this Etiwanda Eagles offense. We've seen it happen before. We've seen them be able to come here, face some adversity and come out of it. So they're accustomed to this, and they can't respond.
Yes, they can. And one thing we said about Etiwanda, they've got something going. One thing that Coach Davis, I know he's really excited about and he's really proud of is his JV team had a record of 6-3 this year, and as well as his I think they went 7-3 as well as the freshman team.
Wow.
So that's something for the future. So with 11 minutes and 49 seconds to go, it's a handoff to Cashmere. He's fighting for every catch.
Yeah.
Cashmere picks up on first down. He picked up about 7 yards. But that's what we said. That's the one thing that's exciting about Etiwanda when you look at the future. And like you said, we've had a lot of conversations with Coach Davis, and he's excited about the future. He loves this team and everything this team is doing, but the future looks bright for Etiwanda.
Yeah, they're going to, now in the baseline, they're going to keep on trucking away and making some big things happen.
So Tommy goes over the top. It was a quick pass, and he was there's a flag on the play.
Yeah.
Looks like that's pass interference. He was targeting Jordan Porter, the junior transfer from Upland High School. But that's one thing that's exciting. And when you talk to Coach Davis, you see how excited he gets about and you think about the future. You think about it. You'll have Starks coming back as a junior.
Right.
You have McDonald's a junior, Hamill's a junior. So they've got some things coming down the pipeline. Jordan Porter is a junior.
Exactly. Oh, there's no doubt about it, Coach B. And then on top of that, you're Etiwanda. So you're going to get kids. Kids want to come here. They have a really good foundation. I'm excited. I've seen the growth of this Etiwanda Eagles team throughout the course of the year. So I'm expecting big things to keep happening for this team.
Right. So that was a pass interference. So that's another penalty. And that's it's been a pretty well played game. Not a lot of penalties. But Lompoc has had a few that's hurt, and that hurts with that pass interference with 11 minutes and 21 seconds to go. Now they are now on the other side of the 50. McDonald, he does a quick pitch out to number 12. He's got some room, and number 12 is out there. So that is a great run for number 12, and that's going to be Ozzie Wallace. O.C. Wallace.
O.C. Wallace, Coach B, another guy that comes in. He's a senior receiver. obviously one of the leaders on this football team, and we've seen him make plays for this Etiwanda Eagles offense.
Yes. So you're looking now, it's going to be, they got a first down, so the ball is now spotted at the 30-yard line. And Etiwanda's gotten something going. McDonald's in the shotgun. Oh, it was a bad snap, and it was a handoff to Cashmere, and that threw the timing off, and that was a block to the back.
Oh, man.
And I think they saw that block to the back in Upland.
That was an easy one. And see, you just don't want to pile on. I mean, it was already a busted play.
And it was a snap that kind of dribbled on the ground.
Yeah.
And now you're going to be pushed back 10 yards on that play. So you had 1st and 10. So now you're going to be 1st and 20 with 11 minutes and 10 seconds to go. That's got to be something that really frustrates Coach Davis.
No doubt about it, Coach. You want to, again, already you're playing a team that's undefeated. So you're thinking right now, this team is going to come in here, they're going to play disciplined football. So you don't want to kill yourself with penalties.
Exactly, and that's what we always say. That's when I have the moniker of Coach B, and that's the one thing I always told my kids and my players when I coach. I coach at the youth level, of course, but you don't want to beat yourself. And when kids ask, what does that mean? This is beating yourself.
No doubt about it.
When you do things like this.
Yeah, and you have to keep the mistakes to a minimum, especially when considering the self-inflicted penalties.
And the level of competition you got coming down the pipeline.
Oh, man.
So that's going to be a block. It looks like they're going to get him with a chop block as well. So while we have a break in the action, one thing we also want to say is the Army National Guard is a proud supporter of your Etiwanda Eagles. We want to thank the Army National Guard. We want to thank anybody, any person of service, male or female. We want to thank you for your service. We just had Veterans Day, and we want to thank everyone for their service. Your father was a veteran, right?
No, my uncle was a veteran. My grandfather was a veteran as well. So a lot of love, a lot of veterans in our family. So we obviously hats off, and we thank you for your service.
My father-in-law is a veteran, so I thank him for his service. So you're looking at 2nd and 10. Cashmere pitches the ball out to Cashmere Dina, and Cashmere Dina picked up. It was 2nd and 29, and Cashmere Dina picked up. It looks like he picked up about 10 yards, and that looks like another play that was close to a block to the back, but it didn't get flagged.
Well, and that was really good vision by Cashmere Dina to really see that block, kind of getting formulating right there, and able to make a move inside to keep some yards going positive for this Eagles football team.
I'm sorry, that was 1st and 29, so now you're looking at 2nd and 21, and there's a handoff to Cashmere, and he goes up the middle, and he's really bouncing. He picked up about 6 or 7 yards, so one thing that Davis is liking, they're moving the ball.
No doubt about it, especially on this drive here. To me, Coach B, this has been the best drive I've seen him in terms of offensive production, and Cashmere Dina's gotten him right back to almost to the original line of scrimmage.
So you're looking at 3rd and about 14. The ball is now spotted at about the 35-yard line. McDonald's in the shotgun. He has 2 receivers left to his right, and he's looking back to pass. And he's going up top, and let's see. Oh, and it was a pick on that play. And let's see, and it was picked by, I can't see that young man. Oh, my goodness. And he has, it looks like that may be a pick. It's number 2. And running him down, not giving up the play. They finally ran him out at about the 12-yard line on that play. It was number 2 they got that, and that's going to be Gregory Lewis.
Coach B, Gregory Lewis, a senior for Lompoc. And, wow, Coach B, I mean, that right there is a huge turnaround. And there was people open, Coach B, right there. And it looked like he just forced that one downfield. And you can't do that right here. And it looks like it's going to come back some. Still going to be a turnover.
Block to the back,
but it looks like there's a block to the back on the play. But, yeah, really, really devastating play for this Etiwanda Eagles offensive team because they were actually driving down the field.
Right, and Gregory Lewis, he plays DB on defense, but he plays receiver on offense. He looked like a receiver that went up and got that.
No doubt about it, Coach. But he was right there waiting for it, had no problem bringing that football down and then running with it.
And turned to an offensive player on the fly quickly. So you're looking at 9 minutes and 36 seconds to go. So they're going to get the ball, and with that penalty, they're going to be pushed back. And they would have had the ball in the red zone at about the 12-yard line, but because of that penalty, they're going to have the ball at their own 41-yard line. So I know their coaching staff, when you think about their coaching staff, their Andrew Jones, who's been there 7 years, I know he's got to be pretty upset about that.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Is that 80 and 9?
Yes, he's a Lompoc alumni, and as a coach at Lompoc, he's 80 and 9. You did read that correct. So 1st down, so they hand off to who else? To Toa Tui. and he runs the ball. He picks up about 6 or 7 yards. So Andrew Jones has been pretty successful. He's won 1 CIF championship as a player, and he's won 2 as a coach, and he's had no season with less than 10 wins.
Wow.
His worst season was 10-2. So
very impressive.
Yes. So you're looking at a second down and about 6 to go. The ball is now at about the 46-yard line with 9 minutes, 16 seconds to go. Once again, Lompoc Braves are up 22-0 over your home Etiwanda Eagles. And Davis is under center, and he has his players. Faked it. Oh, what a great play. Oh my goodness, that receiver number 43, he's going to sit there and think about it. And that's Zeke Chavez. He wants to sit on the ground and think about it. I think he turned his head before because there was nothing ahead of him but a good 25 yards.
Right there. What I'm really impressed by, Coach B, is the quarterback, number 3, Cameron Davis, a senior quarterback. And, just the way he commands, he gets the kids in and out of the huddle, the way his poise as he starts to play, really, really impressive. And I'm sure he's the leader of this football team.
Davis is in the gun. He hands over to who else? Tua, and he picks up. Oh man, he is dragging somebody with him. My goodness.
Coach B, he looked behind him, and he was like, "Is there somebody behind me?"
Usually, when someone drags someone like that, they charge a fare. So that was one heck of a run. I can tell you this. I am impressed with this young man.
Coach B, this kid comes in here, Coach B. I mean, and he's not new to this. Like I told you, on 144 carries, 1,600 yards, and he's averaging 11 yards per carry.
And he is a serious determined man. So Davis, now he's under the center. It's 1st and 10. The ball is at about the 46-yard line. A pitch to Tua, and he does a sweep left, and he picks up a good 12 yards on that play.
Coach B, I'm gonna tell you what happens when you're running the football like this. You really wear down the defense. And then what happened is, Coach B, people start making business decisions about wanting to tackle. And you really don't want that.
When you're running side to side like that, it will wear you out. And they really haven't. I don't know if we've caught a timeout yet tonight.
Yeah, and Coach B, that's what I'm saying. And you can tell the kind of the way they run it. They run the football. They do time of possession. They wear the clock down, and you can see they're accustomed to this style of play.
So you're looking at 1st and 10. They gave him a first down on that play, and they're in like a bunch formation. Davis. Oh wow. He still completed that play. He had Nate Neal was in the backfield with him, and he still completed that play and picked up maybe 5 or 6 yards. What a heady play by their quarterback, Cameron Davis.
Coach B, we were just talking about this kid. And, again, I'm impressed. And, as you mentioned, with a player in his face pursuing him, he was still able to get the ball off, not just get it off, but get it off to a receiver that was able to make yards.
Yes. What a play. I've been impressed. The 2nd and 7, the ball's on the 32-yard line with 7 minutes and 55 seconds to go. I have been impressed with these Lompoc kids. And they're going over the top. And, what a play. Was that intercepted? Was that intercepted?
Oh, out of bounds.
Yes, he was out of bounds, and that was almost an interception on that play. So it's 7 minutes and 49 seconds to go. And was that Grayson on that play?
That was that was number 6.
Grayson and Gutierrez.
Yeah, out there. And it was interesting because Grayson took the legs out. No, Gutierrez took the legs out, and Grayson came over and almost made a big pick for that Etiwanda Eagles defense.
And that's something they really need right now. They need something like that to get this crowd going and getting people excited.
No doubt about
it. In this game. So it's 3rd and 7. The ball is on the 32-yard line with 7 minutes and 49 seconds to go. Once again, the Lompoc Braves lead the Etiwanda Eagles a score of 22-0. And they get Tawatui. And with him, it's like he's automatic. So he picked up about 6 or 7 yards. He didn't get the first. So we'll see what they're going to do. And the way they run the ball, I'm pretty sure they're going to power through. Did they give them the first? No, they didn't give them the first. So you're looking at 4th and about a yard to go, and they keep their offense in.
And Coach B, they had absolutely no problem getting those kind of yards. So I can understand why this coaching staff is keeping the offense on the field. Yeah, and you can just tell, Coach B, as you were alluding to, not a lot of timeouts. Actually, really no timeout, and they just wear this clock down.
And they go back in that power formation they ran at the goal line. They hand it off, and they get that first down. They picked up. They needed about a yard, and it looks like they picked up maybe 3. Looks like they're going to give it.
They got it.
They're going to give it. They're going to give them that. So, wow. Like I said, they needed about a yard, and they picked up about 3 on that.
Yeah.
Play. So with 7 minutes to go, you're looking at, in the second quarter, here live from Etiwanda Eagles Stadium on the campus of Etiwanda in Rancho Cucamonga. Lompoc they're rolling. They have the ball at the 24-yard line.
Well, Coach B, they are what they said they were. 11-0.
Right.
And Coach B, and right now, and just, again, there's nothing deceptive about this offensive set, Coach B. They line up, and they hit you right in the face.
Right. It's power football. So you're looking at, they hand the ball off now to number 21. And I tell you, if they don't have anything, they have stiff arms. That's Ruben Cortez. If they don't have it, they must practice their stiff arms.
Yeah, no, well, or they just watch this guy, Tua Toa. They watch a lot of film of this guy because he has absolutely no problem, giving people a stiff arm. So I'm talking about a good one, too.
Yeah, so you're looking at 2nd and 2. The ball is now on the 17-yard line with 6 minutes and 5 seconds to go. And they're out here playing some really good football. Davis gets his play coming in from the sidelines, and they rush to that line of scrimmage when they're ready. He's under the gun. They're in a power formation. They have one running back. A running back and a fullback, and they hand it off. And there he is off tackle. And, boy, to be as big as he is strong and he's shifty.
Yeah, Coach B. A very good word to use, Coach B. Again, excellent feet. I mean, for a kid to be that big, when he decides to go to a hole, Coach B, he makes a decision and he is gone.
Indeed, he is. And so now you're looking at 1st and 10. The ball is now spotted at about the 8-yard line for Lompoc, and they're in business. Davis, once again, he has his play. He's under center. They have one receiver. I mean, he's spread way out. And you have a running back and you have a fullback, and they're going for that fade route.
Oh.
And that was almost an interception on that play.
Wow, and if Grayson is able to come up with that, Coach B, he is all the way to the 15 freeway without any interruption.
Right, because there was nothing in front of him. There was nothing in his way but an end zone.
Yeah.
So he would have had reservations for 6 on that play.
And obviously that would have been something that would have been huge. A huge boost for the Etiwanda Eagles football team.
And that's just something that Etiwanda has to do. They have to stay in the game and keep their head up. So you're looking at 2nd and 10, the ball is now spotted at the 12-yard line. As long as they keep their head in the game and they stay positive, they'll be all right.
No doubt about it. I agree.
So we're looking at a power formation. Once again, they have 3 running backs in the backfield. Send Toatui in motion. So they fake the handoff, and Davis runs the ball. And, wow, what a quarterback keeper. He just floated into that end zone.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Coach B. He had his blockers spread out wide, but the Etiwanda Eagles, they read it, and he was able to dip inside, Coach B, and cut the run back and go in there for a score. And really, this touchdown puts a great amount of pressure on the Etiwanda Eagles, more so because of the style of play for this Lompoc Braves offense.
Right. So now you're looking at a 28, and they're going to go for the extra point. They're just going to kick an extra point. So it's 28-0. The extra point is up, and the extra point is good. So now, as you said, I mean, that is a stranglehold on the game with 5 minutes and 16 seconds to go, up 29-0.
And interesting enough, you're starting to see some of the Lompoc Braves faithful coming here, and as they're coming in, again, as you said, 4-hour drive, 200 miles away, and I'm sure they're coming here, very pleased. With this team, able to put up 29 points and a half right now, Coach B, and the Eagles have not been able to respond yet. So I know Coach Davis right now he's really trying to push the envelope right now and get some production out of his offensive unit. And that's the one thing that I'll ask you when you look at it. They've moved the ball. They've been successful in moving the ball, but they just haven't been able to punch one in, or they haven't gotten to the red zone yet. But they've moved the ball. They've had a couple of, like that one drive when they were moving the ball, then they had a chop block penalty, and it was 1st and 29. Right. What adjustments can we make tonight? Well, you got to hold the mistakes either to none or to at a minimum. And right now, what's happening, Coach B, is they've made some critical mistakes that have hurt the drive, honestly. And so they've been able to move the football. They've shown us that they can move the football, Coach B, but they've made some critical mistakes that have been costly to the Eagles. So Lompoc kicked the ball off. They're going to kick it deep. And it's going to be, this kicker, that kicker is unbelievable. Boy, can he kick that ball. And while we have a minute before we get back out there to some action, we want to say tonight's game is brought to you in part by Fontana Mayor Aquanetta Warren, the Fontana Rotary Club,
Fontana City Council Member Tahan, as well as San Bernardino County 2nd District Supervisor Janice Rutherford, as well as Coach B and the attorney with IE Sports.
Yes, indeed.
The Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Coach B, can't wait till tomorrow, man. We have a great show lined up for the good folks. Again, you make sure you want to join us tomorrow. We're live on Fox Sports.
1350. 8 o'clock in the morning every Saturday morning. So Tommy McDonald's in the shotgun. He hands the ball to Cashmere Dino. He goes off tackle. And Cashmere picked up, it looks like he picked up about 4 yards on that first down from their own 20-yard line.
Right, and they're going to, right now, as you mentioned, 5 minutes left. You have to respond right here, Coach B. This is the drive where you want to go in and you at least want to start and go into the second half on a, at least, with some momentum.
I agree. So now you're looking at 2nd and 7. The ball is at the 23-yard line with 4 minutes, 45 seconds to go. And you want to try to get a score in here. And a great little pitch out of number 12. And he picks up, he takes a shot at the end of that play. But it looks like he had enough to get a first down on that play, which is positive. And like I was saying, you want to try to punch it in, at least a field goal before halftime.
No doubt about it, Coach B. You want to score right here, preferably a touchdown, especially the way this Lompoc's offense has been playing. Smash mouth and really consuming a lot of the clock. You definitely want to try to score here to respond.
So 1st and 10, the ball's on the 33-yard line. Hands it off to Cashmere. Oh, man, he had a great run off of tackle, and he picked up, it looks like about 14 yards on that play, running downhill.
Yeah, and again, Cashmere Dean, a great running back. I mean, small kid in terms of size, but he has a lot of power and great feet and extremely fast.
Yes. So you're looking at 1st and 10. The ball is now at the 46-yard line. They've got something going. So you have Tommy McDonald in the backfield. He is in the shotgun with Cashmere Dealer. 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Hands it off to Cashmere, and Cashmere is running off tackle to the left. And Cashmere picks up. It looks like he picked up about 4 yards. Yep. And this goes back to what you were saying, is you want it 2nd and 3rd and manageable.
No doubt about it, Coach B. And I think Coach Davis right now is saying, hey, you know what? Let's take a little pressure off the quarterback. Let's help him out a little bit. Let's do some runs, short passes, get his confidence up, and then you can kind of start opening up the field as he gets a little bit more comfortable.
So you're looking at 2nd and about 6 on this drive. McDonald's in the shotgun once again. Fakes the handoff to Dina. Oh, wow. And that was a quick pass to Hunter Black that fell incomplete, and he had a first down ahead of him.
And right now, you're almost kind of, I've seen some of the Etiwanda players, you're almost a little guilty of trying to do a little too much. Because, he saw it there. The play was there. You have to, on that play right there, it's almost like a little bit of a wheel route, per se, Coach B. But on that wheel route, you have to start to get upfield. And he threw it right to McDonald's credit.
Right. And McDonald made the right read. And he's in the shotgun, and Hamill's in, and Hamill keeps the ball, and Hamill picks up about 6 yards on that play. So you're looking at 4th and about a yard. What do you do on this play with 3 minutes and 34 seconds to go in the second quarter?
You have to go for it. Although Hamill did take a huge shot at the end of that play, you have to put some faith in your offense. Tell your offensive line, they got to stand up right here because you definitely need this yard to keep this game manageable.
So it's 4th and less than a yard, and Hamill gets under center, and this is going to be a power run. It's a quarterback keeper, and he gets it. He was stopped up at first, but it was his second effort that got that first down.
No doubt about it, Coach B, and good call on that. The first time you went in there, you saw the Lompoc Braves. They went in there right to the middle, so Hamill was able to make the adjustment and get out to the right outside the tackle and get a couple yards.
And the IE Sports that halftime show is coming up. Little teaser, Centennial is in a dogfight. They're up 28-21. And Hamill, he took a big shot. He pitched the ball out to Cashmere Dina. And Cashmere on first down, Cashmere picked up about 6 or 7 yards. And that looks like that could have been an easy rough in the pass run.
Yeah, that was kind of late. And I'm sure Hamill was telling them, the referee, that like, hey, look out for me here.
Yeah, stop watching the game and start watching the action. So you're looking at that was going to be
like
second
that's the
and about
son
4.
of the team. What's
right.
going on?
So you're looking at 2nd and 4. The ball's now at the 37-yard line. McDonald's back in the game. He's in the shotgun. Hands it off to Cashmere Dina. Cashmere Dina dances up the right off the center in the guard, and he picks up a first down. So you're looking now at a 1st and 10, and the ball is going to be spotted at about the 20. About the. Where are they going to spot that? About 32-yard.
Yeah, about the 32-yard line. Again, first right here, Coach B, 2 minutes left in this game. 2 minutes, about 2.5 minutes left. They got to do something right here.
And McDonald's going up, and he hits, and it looks like he hit number 12 once again on that play. And number 12 on that play is going to be O.C. Wallace.
O.C. Wallace on that play. And right now, again, I think Coach Davis is going with the philosophy, let's run and dink and dunk our way into the end zone. Because, again, we saw earlier, McDonald was having some problems, getting the ball out past 20 yards. So let's see if right now we can work on dinking and dunking and getting a score right here for the Eagles.
So 2nd and 8 from the 30-yard line. Tommy doesn't see anything down the field, so Tommy runs on that play. And it looks like Tommy lost maybe 2 or 3 yards on that play. So you're going to be looking at 3rd and about 12 on the next play with 2 minutes and 2 seconds to go. Second quarter here, Etiwanda Eagles. It's their first home playoff game in the history of this school. The school was built in the 80s.
Yeah, and this is a huge night for everybody. This has really been here since the beginning. We called the first game here. We're excited about this.
So 3rd and 11, and McDonald's in the shotgun, and he's rolling to his right. And let's see, and they got some pressure on him. An incomplete pass on that play. So you're looking
at a flag out, Coach B.
Interesting. Is that going to be on Etiwanda, or is that going to be on holding?
Oh,
and that is against Etiwanda.
No, that's going to be a block in the back, Coach B.
Wow. And that's going to take you out of field goal range.
No question. Oh my goodness.
So I'll ask you this: if you're Lompoc, do you accept that or do you deny it?
That was going to be my next thing. It really depends on what the coach decides to do right here.
I think you accept them. You make them replay it down.
I would say that. That's what I would do. Because if you do that, Coach B, that's going to be 25 yards for a first down almost.
So and this is again what we were saying about shooting yourself in the foot, and we're looking at a lot of the across the board, and we know that it's playoffs, so there's not as many teams playing tonight because this is the second round of playoffs. And just looking out there, the Martin Luther King Jr. Wolves are down to the Salem Mustangs, a score of 14-7. So
yeah, and King High School's come out here, and they've been playing big time.
So now you're looking at a fourth. Did they accept it, or did they? It looks like they. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out right now.
Right.
There's a flag on the field. We saw him talk to the coach.
Oh, it looks like they accepted. So they're going to push him back. So now they're walking backwards. So
okay.
The referee said, just give us time, and
we'll get it together. But as you mentioned, Coach B, a big night for football. If you guys want to get live sports, and you guys can do this on your mobile unit as well, you visit IE Sportsnet. Again, that's IE Sportsnet. We have all the sports for the Inland Empire High School teams. The CIF playoffs right now. It's a great time for football. But again, if you guys want to get the scores, you guys can visit our website. And also, we're going to be doing a live recap tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock on Fox Sports 1350.
And like you said, that pushes them back to 4th and 35. Wow, what a play! So they're going to go for it. They are going for it. So it was an interesting play, and they're going for it. And it was Gutierrez goes for it. He runs for it. So.
Okay, that was third down.
Oh, third down. Okay. That's right, because they had
they took him back. They took him back. Yeah, no, I thought we were both in a little bit of a dismay there, but no, that was a third down play.
Yes.
And and right there, you didn't want to put yourself in a tough position. So the option to go ahead, run the ball up the middle, put the defense back on the field, see if they can stop this Lompoc Braves offense.
So now you're looking at 1 minute and 26 seconds to go before halftime. The visiting Lompoc Braves are up a score of 29-0 over the home Etiwanda Eagles. So we're going to see how this game goes. And this is the one thing we talked about. This is the new playoff division. And Lompoc it's a 4-hour drive to get here. They're over 200 miles away.
Yep.
And this is the new playoff format that they have, which is going to be interesting. Like you said, we have one of our coaches and friends that we were talking to the other night, and he said that one thing they didn't think about is if you have to do an all-CIF team, we don't scout teams at 200 miles away to see who's the best players on the team.
And I think that it's difficult, just as when you look at the BCS, they're still trying to figure that out. The same thing here. You want good football. You want to get these kids an opportunity to play some better talent in Southern California. But, again, Southern California is so big and so massive, and high schools are popping up out of nowhere.
And thank God they got rid of that BCS. The playoffs are so much better.
Even though they need it's still a BCS.
No, it's just the college football playoff.
Well, I mean, it's, same guys in the room.
Yeah, true. So Etiwanda punts the ball. And what a great punt.
Oh, it went out of bounds.
And
it went out of bounds,
It
too.
dribbled into the end zone. So
I don't know, Coach B. That went out of bounds.
They call that a...
Oh, yeah. That went out of bounds. I saw it. It went out of bounds close to the 3.
Great punt. Great punt. So you're going to be looking at first and 10 for Lompoc. So what a great play. First and 10 from the 20. So you're looking at 1 minute and 17 seconds to go. So Lompoc is going to get the ball, and we're going to see how they're going right now.
Yeah, 1:17 left, Coach B. I don't know how many timeouts. It looks like they all have 3 timeouts left.
Yes, I don't remember a timeout being called.
I didn't see one either.
But you know the way they run their offense, they're actually run spread formation.
Wow,
so
this is the first time we've seen.
Yeah,
we haven't seen spread all night from the team. And what that shows us, Coach B, is they're trying to score.
They're very versatile. Yes, they're saying with 1 minute and 17 seconds to go, they are trying to put.
So I don't see the timeout come out. It looks like there was a timeout called.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder who. It hasn't come off the board yet. So let's see.
Yes. So, but you are correct. It was a timeout called. So we're looking at great offense out there. And like we said, looking across the board, when you go to iesportsnet.com, you scroll to the right of the computer screen, you see the scores we have out there, and it looks like Heritage as well. They're in a dogfight. They're down a score of 20-13 against San Clemente. We don't want to give you too many scores. Because
if I say, well, make sure you listen. You guys, I'm like, hold on, man, you're going to mess up the halftime show.
Right,
but no, we're giving you again, we have a great halftime show lined up for you guys.
Sportsnet halftime.
Yes, indeed. We're going to give you guys some scores. Also a little bit of insight. Got a chance to talk to Coach Davis a little bit. We'll talk about that. And then we'll also give you some perspective about what this Eagles team could do to come back in this football game tonight.
So as we said, they come back to the field, and Lompoc is in the shotgun. They're in spread formation, 2 receivers to your right, 2 to your left. And they're going that great little slant play. Number 22 gets the ball, and boy, he picks up about 15 yards on that play. Number 22 is going to be Shamar Savage.
That's Shamar Savage, Coach B.
And that play was savage.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. And Coach B, he has the most, in terms of the most yards average per catch. He's able to, right now, he's averaging 14.7 yards per catch right now for this Lompoc Braves football team.
So you're looking at first and 10, the ball is about the 35, 36-yard line, and they're gunning. Like you said, Davis, and boy, did he put his receiver at risk, and he took a shot. And it took him a minute to get up, but, of course, he got hit by number 2, Gutierrez.
And Gutierrez, he is out there making a statement, win, lose, or draw. That kid comes out here to play football every time.
And the great thing is I saw his brother. We see his brother every Saturday at RCC.
Yes,
his brother was on the sidelines here, so we saw him out here as well. So it's good to see Etiwanda alumni coming out. There's a flag on the play. Looks like that may be sideline.
Looks like 12.
I think that might be sideline interference.
No, because it looks like they broke the huddle with 12 men. I'm certain of that. Well, I'm not certain of it, but it looks like that's what it is.
We will see.
Or it could have been, right.
Because the referee threw it was on the sideline,
okay.
So it looks like a sideline infraction.
Who we have here?
Yes, sideline infraction.
And that's against Etiwanda.
Yeah. Because the referee that threw it was on the baseline.
Oh, wow.
So if you want to learn football, no football, just listen to me. So it's second and 10 with 1 minute and 1 second to go.
No doubt about it.
For your Lompoc is up a score 29-0, and they're looking Davis. That should be grounding.
No, Coach, but he can do that because again, first thing first,
you have to be outside the tackles to do that.
But
right?
There's a receiver right there, and he threw it right at his feet. Again, a heady play by that quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
A really, really good play, knowing the situation.
Mm-hmm. To live to play another down.
Yep.
So you're looking now at 3rd and 10. The ball's at the 36-yard line with 57 seconds to go. So they got another play.
You were saying about those rules that you knew. Really.
So you're looking at maybe one more play here if they don't get a first down. And I like the way they break that huddle and run to that.
Yeah.
Run to that.
It kind of gets you off balance a little bit.
Yes, it does. So you got Davis in the shotgun. He's in a true shotgun, 2 receivers right, 2 to his left. And he's looking. Oh, wow.
Way to step up.
Oh, wow. Wow. I'll tell you right now, if he doesn't have a future in football, he has a future on Dancing with the Stars. Because the way he dances out there, he gets sacked in the backfield. He lost about 3 or 4 yards, but he just looked good doing it.
Cameron Davis, again, like I said, Coach B, I've been really impressed with this. His command over this Lompoc Braves offense, Coach B. I mean, the way he, again, how he gets the team to run up to the line of scrimmage, the way he gets his receivers in motion. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, I'm just saying this the entirety of it. It's something special. This kid, he can play football. Again, his threes and they're 11-0 right now.
It's just something you wish that quarterbacks like a Tony Romo could have done.
Oh wow. Oh wow. You do know we're we have the best record in the NFL right now.
Because of that.
But I'm good with that.
47 seconds to go. You're looking at it looks like they sent their punting unit out. Yeah, I see Grayson going back to field a punt. So we'll see if they're going to go ahead and punt this off.
Yeah, get ready because I can see this team pulling one out the hat right here, Coach B, and putting a lot of pressure on this Etiwanda Eagles football team.
But, in this area, you would think that it's smart. Well, you know what? We're up in the booth.
That's
I don't
why
want
we're here.
to be a quarterback coach, but I would think in this situation you'd want to punt the ball with 47 seconds. So you don't want to give Etiwanda life. And it looks like they are.
Oh,
and they blocked it. It was blocked. And it's caught. And there is nothing in front of him. He gets into. They get the ball at about the 15-yard line.
What a block! And that was blocked by number 4. It looks like, Coach B.
And number 4 is going to be L.J. Bailey. And boy, did he reach out on that play.
And Coach B, that was so close to. He had a. It was a fine line right there, Coach B, because a fingertip more. That's roughing the kicker right there, Coach B. So he was able to get a hand off it, and the other Etiwanda player had a head up, caught the ball, and was able to advance the ball up the football field for the Eagles football team.
That's the one thing that's a rule that it's borderline, because as long as you touch that ball, you can light that punter up.
Yes, you can. Hence Richard Sherman.
Yes. So with 39 seconds to go, Etiwanda's back in business. You have McDonald on the field. He's in the shotgun, 3 receivers to his left. He has Cashmere in the backfield. It looks like they're about to blitz. And, yes, they do. And he threw it over the top. And it looks like there was a lot of contact, but it looks like he was less than 5 yards.
And, Coach B, again, that's a scary play right there, Coach B, because there's so much traffic right there. Number 15, Dante Night-Night, Dante Black was going on a cross route. It looked like he was a little bit more wide open. We'll see what happens on this play.
Number 15 is Hunter Black.
So Hunter Night-Night.
Yes. So we're looking at 1st and 10 with McDonald's in the backfield. He has Cashmere. And he hands it off to Cashmere, and Cashmere stretches. He's got something. He gets down to about the 10-yard line with 30 seconds to go. So you're looking at 2nd and about so you're going to be. He picked up about 5 or 6 yards on that play. So it's 3rd down. I'm sorry.
Yeah, good call, Coach B. And Coach B, guess who was on the coverage and almost made the tackle in the backfield? None other than the star running back, Tua Toa.
What a play! And now the running quarterback's in. Hummel's in the backfield. Him and Cashmere dealing. He's in the pistol. He has 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. He's in the pistol, and he has Cashmere behind him with 30 seconds to go. He looks to the sidelines to get his play. Coach Davis signals it in, and Hamill is saying what he wants to do. And like you said, it looks like Toa is going to blitz, but he doesn't. It is an option play, and Cashmere might get there. Let's see if he can get there. Stop dancing and try to get to that. And did he get that 1st down?
I don't think so, Coach B.
So you're looking at You're looking at 4th and about 2 on this. What do you do? It looks like he's calling it. No, he's keeping his offense out there.
You have to go for it right here, Coach B. You have to go for it right here. This is such a big play,
So 4th and about 4, and McDonald's in the shotgun. I'm sorry, he's under center, and it is a fake. It is a trick play,
and it didn't.
It was a trick play, and it looks like they picked up about a yard. It was a fake play where McDonald looked to the sideline like he didn't know what the play was. Direct snap to the running back, and it did not fool him at all.
And they're trying to see if there was a call here.
So with 18 seconds
the offense is still on the field, Coach B.
With 18 seconds to go, it looks like that.
Wait a minute. They're trying to get a measurement here. No, they're not gonna give him a measurement here.
Wow.
Interesting.
Wow, I don't understand how you can deny them a measurement.
I haven't seen that, Coach B, before.
Yeah.
Where you've denied somebody a measurement.
Yeah. That's amazing. Okay.
They're not gonna measure this, Coach B. So.
All righty. Maybe they have plans. Maybe they have plans after the game. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
apparently.
Yeah, those measurements were denied. So you're looking at turnover on down. So it's going to be 1st and 10 with 18 seconds to go for Lompoc coming in. So let's see. Let's see what they'll do. The chances are they're going to do the victory formation, get them take a kneel and get into that halftime. You have Davis under gun, and let's see what he's going to do on this play. Then again, they could do the Pittsburgh Steelers thing where they can fake this
Yeah.
spike and try to go over top.
Well, you know, I doubt Cowboy.
Yeah. And they handed it off to Talbert, and he cuts back, and there's a flag on the play.
Oh,
two
two of
flags
them.
on the play. And, boy, he has nobody ahead of him. If this is against Etiwanda, and he got ran down by Grayson and by Nate Neal, but what a play. But there's two flags on the play.
Wow, looks like they're over there. They got to control. It looks like they were right here is where you got to keep your composure, Coach B, because you don't want to get. I mean, if this is on Etiwanda, this could be critical.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think that was a holding.
Yeah, I think so too. But there are two flags thrown.
And I think that sometimes referees will throw flags when other referees throw it, but
yeah.
unless it's offsetting. We'll see.
Well, you see
they're going backwards.
Lompoc Braves are going backwards. I was going to say that.
Mm-hmm. So let's see. So it's 6 seconds to go. Now you're looking at it's going to be the scoreboard says 4th and 3, but I don't believe this is 4th and 3.
No, this is what, second down, I imagine, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes. So, but Lompoc has been very impressive
They've
tonight.
been good, Coach B.
Yes.
They're as good as advertised, Coach B. We've seen this. They've talked about. When I talked to Coach Davis, he said this team is impressive.
So you're looking now at they're going to go ahead and go into victory formation. So that's going to go ahead and take us into the halftime. So going into the half, the visiting Lompoc Braves, they had a 4-hour bus ride, so they're a little upset tonight.
Yeah.
But so they're going into the halftime with a lead of the game of 29-0 over your home Etiwanda Eagles.
And which means right now, Coach B, again, that this team came out here and they came ready to play some football. They took the trip, made the trip. Their fans came out, and Coach B, man, they're as good as advertised, Coach B. They came in here with number 3 Cameron Davis, their quarterback, and they're getting the ball to Tua, and they're having a lot of success. I wouldn't be surprised if Tua himself is over the century mark already in terms of runs on the field.
And like you said, head coach Andrew Jones, who's been here 7 years, you can see why when you look at his record in 7 years, this man's only lost 9 games.
Yeah, because discipline. And he's out. He has a staff out here talking to the coach. I mean, this team is up 29-0, and they're out there talking to the referees right now.
And when you look at their record, like we talked about it a little bit earlier in the broadcast. They beat our Rio Grande. They beat them 28-14. Nippon. They beat them 41-0. San Marcos 46-0. Santa Barbara 64-0. Brigatelli 54-0. Templeton 58-0. Pioneer Valley 63-0. San Ynez 48-3. St. Joseph 27-3. Cabrillo 49-14. And last week the IE team, they beat Rialto a score of 65-0.
And Coach B, that is impressive. When you're able to come in there, Coach B, and you're able to beat a team like Carter that definitively, that's saying a lot about your football team.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And Carter is a team, a local Inland Empire team that they had. I know this wasn't one of their greatest seasons, but still, they're a very formidable team, a Citrus Belt League team, very tough, tested team. So for them to come out and get a win like that, that's saying a lot.
That's extremely telling.
And while we're here at the halftime, remember to follow your Etiwanda Eagles on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Get to know your Eagles, Eagle Pride. And remember, if you're here at the game, listen to the game on your headset. Remember to purchase the Etiwanda Eagles game program. These programs are sold throughout the stadium. So, as a matter of fact, my son has my program, and which I needed. So, if my son's listening, please bring that up to the press box.
With the quickness.
Oh, there he is, right on the cue, right on cue. That's what I'm talking about.
Look at it.
Exactly. I appreciate that. It's all tore up now, but that's not a problem.
Even that I was using as a sitting stool.
Right. And also, we want to also thank our gracious sponsors that have been with us along the way, and they've really helped us get this game on the air. When we had when we turned to them, they came and they supported us, so we want to thank them so much. We want to thank our tonight's game is brought to you in part by Fontana Mayor Aquanetta Warren. Since 2002, Aquanetta has made a positive difference in the lives of Fontana residents. Fontana Rotary Club. Remember, Fontana is a city of action, and Fontana Rotary is no exception to that motto. Fontana City Council member Michael Tahan. Michael Tahan has been a city council member, a local business owner, and a former school board member with a proven record for delivering results for Fontana neighborhoods, as well as San Bernardino County 2nd District Supervisor Janice Rutherford, who's been a great friend of this broadcast as well. And last but not least, can't forget about IE Sportsnet, the Inland Empire Sports Authority. Join Coach B and Eternal every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. on Fox Sports 1350. Visit us on the web at iesportsnet.com or foxsportsradio1350.com. And like we said, going into the halftime, if you go to iesportsnet.com,
yes,
you can see the local scores going into the game. Before we dig into the scores, one thing that I want to talk about is we talked about this, like a lot of teams, like we said, they're starting to shift and they're going to these spread formations and spread offenses.
Right.
So one difficulty I would say you would say that maybe the Etiwanda is getting is you don't face a lot of teams who run power football.
No, not at all, Coach B. I mean, and again, baseline league, they're known for having the ability to do that, but that's not what these teams do a lot of.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of they just line up and they show you that power set, 90% of the game. So I'm certain that this is taking a bit of time to get adjusted to. Further, I think the other thing you have to get adjusted to is the time that they're taking off the clock.
Mm-hmm.
I've been really impressed with that, the way they've been able to do that consistently by running the football and doing very, very short pass plays and still managing the tempo of this football game by keeping third down to like third down and short.
Third and very manageable.
Yeah, third, and then also if it even gets to third down, because they've had a lot of success by running the football good on first and second down.
And one thing you think about that, like you said, that runs the clock. It's 8:15 and we're already at halftime. So this has been a game. It's not been a very penalized game.
Right.
It's been a game that Lompoc has really controlled the tempo of the game. And like we said before, it's like a boxer. It's body shots, right?
Right.
So what they're trying to do is they're trying to impose their will on the Etiwanda defensive line. And when you get to about the third or fourth quarter, it's one of those things where a team is just, you're gassed.
Oh, no, and Coach B, it's difficult when you're fatigued to bring down a running back like Tua.
Right.
I mean, where he's just very, very aggressive, a physical runner,
right.
and he puts
strong.
a lot of, very strong, and then he's elusive. So you're trying to tackle him square, all of a sudden he has the feet to maneuver around you. So yeah, he's impressive.
So once again, when you go to iesportsnet.com and you take a look in the upper right corner, you look on the computer, or if you're on a phone, you just want to scroll down to the bottom. Heritage is at halftime, and Heritage is in a dogfight. So Heritage trails San Clemente a score of 13-20. Martin Luther King Jr. Wolves are down a score of 7-14 to the Celine Mustang.
Right, and then you have Marietta Valley 24 to 28.
A big Inland Empire game.
A huge one. We've had Marietta Valley up there. They've really been they've been pressing. They beat Vista Marietta this year, Coach B, who was a huge thorn in the side for years. They beat them. So right now they're in a big match against Norco, 28. The Norco Cougars, another talent football team, they're winning right now, 28-24. And then the other game you have Northern Vista Braves. I've been really impressed with this Northern Vista team coming right now to 35 to 28 over Santa Margaret, the Trident.
And one thing, when we take a look at the score, that's a little shocking to me when you look at Redlands East Valley. They don't normally get it handed to them, but Redlands East Valley is down a score of 24-7 to La Habra. This is another game that could be Roosevelt. You look at Roosevelt,
right?
And one thing I'm happy to say, Coach Leach from Roosevelt has agreed to coach the first annual Riverside Sheriff's Association All-Star Football Classic, produced by IE Sports.
No doubt about it, Coach B. I mean, I'm a little frustrated you hadn't announced that already. I mean, I had a whole drum roll, a whole little thing,
right?
Whole package together. But no, we're really excited about that. Roosevelt's doing excellent work,
and
right?
Bert Esposito will coach as well.
Yes,
in that
indeed,
game.
indeed. So so as you were mentioning, Roosevelt Mustangs up right now.
No, it's tied. Tied at the half.
Tied at the half. Now, Coach B, a little backstory on this, as we were talking about before. The Redlands coach is actually
Coach Walker.
The long-time Redlands coach is going to be retiring And this game is in Redlands, so I know that place is rocking and rolling right now.
So it's one of those things that I have a feeling that Redlands Terriers team, they have an extra motivation. They may get to the final.
No, right.
To send Coach Walker out with the win, because you want to win one for Coach. Don Lugo, who's just on a magical run this year, they're up at half 21-3 over another Inland Empire foe, the Temesco Canyon team. And it's Temesco, as you know, you're a native of the Inland Empire.
Yes.
I've learned, I always thought that area was Corona, but it's actually the Temesco Valley right behind Corona.
Exactly. And so I'm still confused. I've been here for I'm still confused about how they do that.
And I thought Eastville was Corona.
Well, don't get me started on that. I mean, they're popping up these little communities like it's. I thought it was Monopoly for a quick second there.
Yes.
But as you were saying, Don Lugo has been doing great things. Another team right now that's in the hunt right now, Coach B, Ukaipa right now is really having a tough time right now with the looks like the Paraceleste Spirit 17-0, and I hope I'm saying that name right. That's a tough one.
And great little thing about Coach Price at Ukaipa,
he's going to also be coaching the Inland Valley All-Star Classic, which is the San Bernardino County All-Star game, and he's committed to this as well. So he's going to be another coach that's going to see featured, a playoff coach. You'll see featured in that historic game.
The Inland Valley Hall of Fame Classic. And one thing I've got to say, we will have our first class inducted into the Inland Valley Sports Hall of Fame at the game. I don't want to name drop, but I've already got 2 confirmations for people that will be inducted into the Inland Valley Sports Hall of Fame.
We're excited about that.
I'll give you a teaser. When you think of San Bernardino County football, think of the most successful coach in the history of San Bernardino County football, and he will be one of the people that are inducted into the Inland Valley Sports Hall of Fame.
Ain't no doubt about that, Coach B. And then, and we have to make sure we mention this. These guys have been doing great things all year long, have one of the better records in all of California, all of the states.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking about none other than the Evil Empire.
The big dog.
Centennial Huskies, over Shamadan College Eagles. I don't know how they're named that, but Shamadan Eagles, 49-21.
And you think about this. Is this not Division I?
Yes, it is, Coach B.
This is the second round of Division I.
Yes, and some thought maybe they shouldn't be there.
And you know what? I'll give you credit. I was one of the people who said that.
Yes.
2 years ago when we were on, we can go back and listen to the tape.
Yep.
2 years ago when we were on air, before we got to Fox, I didn't like the move. And you said 2 years ago it was a great move for Centennial, and you were right.
Well, it's been not only was it a great move for Centennial, it was a great move for the Inland Empire.
Correct.
Because now with their success, they've been able to now put other teams in position to where they can now go out there and take on this Inland Empire team. I mean, these other LA teams, these higher-toted teams. Because, one of the things we've always said, at least here in the Inland Empire, just line us up.
Mm-hmm.
Just line us up with a team and let's see what you can do. And unfortunately, with the success of these Centennial Huskies, now other teams are able to go out here and they're having some big games. This is like the game we're seeing tonight.
Right.
This is a microcosm of Centennial going out there and people saying, hey, we'll take off some of these IE teams.
Right.
And we're seeing that now.
And yet Notre Dame is up at the half over Agora, 14-7. Aquinas is down to Polytech. I don't know where they're from.
Panthers, yes.
They're up 28-0.
They're going to Poly Bears.
Hillcrest is up, and my scores just reset the minute I say that. So Hillcrest is down. The Rancho Mirage team out in the Coachella Valley.
Right.
They're
Palm
down
Springs area.
16-0. Pacific is down a score of 14-0 to San Gravine. And then San Gorgonio, look at them. They
Coach
just keep
G,
rolling.
yes, man. Our friend of the show, 27. The Spartans are up 27 to 6
over Tustin. And our team, and Summit had some difficulty last week.
No doubt about it. They had a lot of difficulty.
They won by 1 point. I think 41-42.
No doubt about it. And and again, people were saying it was an off year. We know what's going on over there. You got Sean. With Sean Steve McCarr. That kid can play.
And North, what a surprise! They were 4-7. They're up 19-7 over Luzinger. That's something.
Yeah, well, Coach B. Excuse me, I didn't mean to interrupt. some teams, Coach B, they just catch fire in the playoffs.
At the right time.
Yeah, and that's sometimes where there's a lot of dynamics that can happen. You get healthy, you get kids eligible. There's a lot of factors that can that are reasons why you could have success in the postseason.
And Victor Valley's up 27 to 7 over Rancho Alamitos. Where is Victor Valley?
Now, that's a good question.
It got to be
Riverside? No, well, I don't think so. I think it's probably.
I'm sorry, Valley View.
Valley View's up Moreno Valley.
They're in Moreno Valley.
Yes,
Valley
sir.
View's in Moreno Valley.
Yes, sir. No doubt about that.
Superior Christian is up over Lancaster 20 to 6 in Rancho.
Well, Rancho Cucamonga is playing Mission Viejo, Coach B. Need I say more?
I think they're the number 4 team in the state.
Right.
And Rancho's number 5.
Right. And so the fact that there is, is what it is. 14-0, is good. It's not a blowout, which means
it's only the first quarter.
I was just about to say, which means it can still be competitive if the Cougars are able to turn this around.
And Rubidoux is up a score. When you look at Rubidoux,
and Coach B, I got a lot of folks. The lady has a lot of folks that are from the area. They said they're packing that place out tonight because it's taking place in Riverside, in the Rubidoux area, on the west side of Riverside, and everybody's extremely excited about the undefeated season. The Rubidoux Falcons, and they're beating the Beckman Patriots. The Falcons are up 20 to 6, and that's the Rubidoux Falcons again going forward on their undefeated season.
And that's the thing. Once again, and you want to take a look, you want to get all the latest and greatest news and updates. Go to iesportsnet.com. Make sure you go ahead and you check that out, and you can get all the latest information. But when we're getting back into this game, we're still here at halftime, and we're almost ready to get back into that second half. One of the things that I love to see when we dig into those stats. And there were a lot of stats when you looked at Etiwanda as well as Lompoc. There were some stats that were just impressive. Just for your Etiwanda Eagles, when you look, and these are up, of course, this is up through the first two, the 10-game regular season as well as the playoffs. The leading passer for your Etiwanda Eagles, it looks like Tommy McDonald. He just came short of 1,000 yards, and after tonight, he should hit it. He had 980 yards on the season. He had 73 completions on 132 attempts. His quarterback rating was 94.9. So Tommy's had a pretty decent junior season.
And no doubt about it. And then also you have Kashmir Dina. He played 11 games, 134 carries, Coach B, and was able to pull up 795 yards, averaging 5.9 yards a carry with 9 touchdowns.
And the one thing about that, and I'm sure Coach Davis would love to have him tonight, is he got hurt earlier in the season. We just haven't had a chance to see him with Lawrence Starks.
Right.
Lawrence Starks only played 5 games, but in those 5 games, he was still able to put up 338 yards for your Etiwanda Eagles.
And I didn't see him in pads tonight either, Coach B, so he's probably he suffered an ankle injury that was just really aggravating him all season long, Coach B.
Leading receiver is junior, and this is one thing that Coach Davis has got to be exciting about. His leading receiver for the year was Jordan Porter, who put up 495 yards in the season. And look at his average. He's averaging 15.5 yards per reception. Your second leading receiver is a senior Hunter Black.
Right. And again, Hunter Black, a.k.a. Hunter Night Night, again, the kid can really play. Excellent receiver. I like the way his routes, has really good hands. They're going to need him as well as the other members of that receiver corps to really step their game up tonight and make something happen.
Right. So your leader with all-purpose yards, who else but Kashmir Dina? His all-purpose yards is 795 yards. He has 97 yards receiving, 892 rushing in 11 games. And I think after tonight, he has a good shot. With the way they keep feeding him the ball, he has a real good shot of hitting 1,000 yards for the season.
No question about that. No question about that. And then also you have on the tackling end, our guy here. I mean, anytime you have a guy, and I don't know if this is a misprint, Coach B. Incredible. They're saying our guy, Evan Gutierrez, 93 tackles on the year, Coach B, what is just insane.
Yeah, and when you look at that, what it is, 35 solo tackles and 58 assisted tackles. So that's a lot of tackles.
That's a lot of that. Well, you got to think you look at the Lompoc team. There's 2 kids on there, and I think the highest one on it was 58. So I mean,
right.
Compared to 2, that's a significant difference.
When you look out there and you see Cashmere Dina play, you can see that he really makes it happen out there.
No doubt about it.
So as we go into the second half of play, we're looking like we're about 2 minutes out before we get back into that second half of play. So your home Etiwanda Eagles, the first time in their storied history, they had a chance to have a home playoff game on campus. And as you say, we are so excited that we were able to be here for the beginning. I mean, so many firsts. We were here for their first home game on campus. We were here for their first home playoff game on campus. Last week they had an exciting win, and they went out there and they won their playoff game to get us here.
Yeah.
They traveled down to Valencia, and the funny thing is I have a classmate that I graduated with, and her kids go to Valencia, so I'm thinking they were playing Valencia in Valencia, but I found out there's a Valencia in Placencia.
Interesting.
So when they played Valencia, it wasn't the Valencia.
It wasn't the one that we know.
Valencia.
Oh, okay. That was my immediate thought. I was like, my goodness.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it can't be any worse than driving 4 hours.
Yeah, true.
Like Lompoc.
Right.
So last week, your Etiwanda Eagles at Valencia High School in Placencia, they went ahead and got a victory 24-14 to get them here into the second round of playoffs for tonight. So what a great matchup, what a great game. So we're looking forward to seeing what Lompoc can do in the second half and against these Etiwanda Eagles, and the Etiwanda can do against Lompoc. So
yes, indeed, Coach B. And right now we're getting ready for this thing. You know, everybody's getting fired up, and they're excited about the opportunity to try to make something happen.
I agree. So what are your adjustments that you think are needed here coming in the second half? I mean, Etiwanda's down 29-0. Do we have a chance of the Magic? Last time they were down 26 points and came back and scored 30 unanswered points. So if they can do 30 unanswered points again tonight, they would win by 1 point.
No doubt about it, Coach B. Again, are the Eagles capable? Yes. We've seen them do it before. Right now what's going to have to happen is they're going to have to really get a lot of free and out. This Lompoc team has really been impressive because what they've been able to do, Coach B, is they've been able to keep the ball for long periods of time, and that makes it almost impossible to come back.
Right. Yeah, and you think about it, and that's a good point. The way that they run their offense, it kind of plays into their favor because they manage that clock.
No doubt about it, Coach B, and it's been something.
I agree. So it looks like you have I don't know who's going to start at the quarterback spot. I see McDonald and Hamill, they're throwing the ball to each other, warming up. So we'll see. But as you said before, it's been a history of McDonald will get the first half start,
right,
and then Hamill will get the second half start,
right. And so what they do, and what Coach Davis, generally speaking, when you do that, you want to kind of change speeds for your offense. And we've seen that Hamill comes in, although he's able to throw the ball, he comes in for running purposes. Hamill, and then you have McDonald who comes in and gives you more of a passing threat.
And the pride of the Inland Empire, the Corona Centennial Huskies have gone up 56-21 against Chaminade.
Wow. So they are sending shockwaves throughout Southern California, Coach. Everybody, again, as you said before, when you were in Downing, you didn't know Corona Centennial.
No. When I was going to Downing High School, we played our playoff game in basketball against Corona Centennial. And this is in the 90s. And I remember our coach saying, we got a playoff game against Corona Centennial. We'd say, where?
Right.
Where is that, California?
Yeah.
But, my goodness, boy,
they're on the map now. Oh, yeah.
Yes, they are. So we're going into the second half, third quarter for Etiwanda. So they kick the ball off first. So one saving grace is they will get the ball first.
Yeah.
Going into the third quarter.
All right. And we're ready to go, man.
So Lompoc kicks the ball, and they kick it deep, and they kick it in. Boy, this kicker, I tell you right now, this kicker, he can really kick the ball, and their kicker for them is number 4. So their kicker, my goodness, he has got one leg on him.
Yeah, Coach B, I've been really impressed with the kid.
And that's going to be Julian Arrojo. And he can punt that ball.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of him punting, but in terms of him kicking, we haven't even seen him on the.
So you're looking at first and 10 for Etiwanda, and you're looking at first and 10. So So Etiwanda, they hand the ball off to Kashmir Dina, and Kashmir picks up. It looks like he, on a power run, it was a sweep off tackle. It looks like he picked up. Are they going to give him the first on that play? Yes, we're moving the chains.
Moving the chains, man.
It was 1st and 10 from the 20, so they moved the chains, and now it's going to be 1st and 10 from about the 32-yard line.
And that's what you want to do right now, Coach B. It's the second half. You want to be able to run the football and make some adjustments and make this thing happen.
Yes, indeed. So you're looking at they're going to run it to the other side, and it looks that's got to be a tackle out of bounds. There's a flag on the play.
And the flag came out before that, and it looked like it should have been a block. You know how you block before the ball goes in there. So it's either a clip or it's or you started blocking too early.
Yes. So we're going to see on that. So that needs to be an offsetting penalty, but it looks like it is not. So on that play, he picked up about 3 or 4 yards. But we're going to wait to get the announcement from. And yep, it's going to go against Etiwanda.
Ooh. Yeah, they're going to call holding right there, Coach B, on the Eagles.
So yeah, that's a tough blow. That is a tough blow. So you're looking at now. You're going to be looking at first and about 20.
Yeah, and we talked about the how necessary and how important it was for these Eagles to keep that third down short.
Yes, I agree. So now, and
Kashmir
gets the ball. Oh, boy, he's got some room.
All
He
right.
could be going.
All right.
He's at the 40.
Coach B,
He's at the 30. He's at the 20, and no one's going to catch him. And he gets a touchdown.
Wow.
And boy, did he need that.
Uh-oh.
So
they're gonna put a flag out there, Coach B.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my goodness. You gotta be kidding
And that's
me.
got to be off or not. Wow. And it looks like he may be waving it off. Let's see what
no, the flag's still on the ground. He's not waving that off. And there's 2 flags on the ground, Coach B.
Will they offset? If they do, let's see what the call is. So we're still waiting to see what the referee is going to call, and that was about a 60-yard touchdown run on the play.
Yeah.
And it looks like the referees are pointing against Etiwanda, so that is coming back. That is all for it. It looks like it's going to be all for not.
Man.
And that was something that we really need. Wow, that was, what a shot in the foot.
Yeah, and and this especially for Kashmir,
it's going to be a holding against
Etiwanda.
My
goodness.
Wow, that is that's a tough one. That has got to be a tough one. So you're looking at 11 minutes and 21 seconds ago, and Kashmir Dina broke for about a 60-yard run on that play, and that's going to be holding. Wow.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah, that right there is a big blow. It's such a really good run. You finally got a chance to see Kashmir Dina break out a little bit, get some momentum going right to left, and was able to break past the Lompoc secondary and score, man. And a tough blow when it's holding.
And that shows you, they've got the speed once they get to the outside. But it's one of the plays. He may have been able to get to the outside because of the holding. So
right.
The referees, they're going to call it. They're going to call it fair and square out there. So you're looking at 1st and 20. The ball is now pushed back to the 32-yard line for Etiwanda. So, a correction. 1st and 15. Looks like it was a spot foul. Boy, that's a tough call.
That was critical.
That's one of those things.
And they're on the 25. It looks like
that really hurts your momentum.
Yeah.
And you're right. You are correct. So you're looking at 1st and 15. They pitch it out to Kashmir Dina after that run. I don't know what he's got left in the tank.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm sure he's tired.
So he picked up maybe 3 or 4 yards on that play. So it looks like he picked up about 1 or 2. So you're looking at a 2nd down and about 14. The ball is spotted at about the 26-yard line.
Yes, indeed. And right now, Coach B, they just need to get some offensive production. Again, right now they haven't been able to score tonight.
Yes. So Tommy hands the ball off to Kashmir Dina once again, and Kashmir picked up about 3 or 4 yards. So the ball is now going to be spotted at about the 30-yard line. So you're looking at now it's going to be 3rd and about 12.
And Coach B, we're starting to see when we led this game off, we said that these guys have had close to 5 shutouts, Coach B, and so we're starting to see why that is, because this defense is just extremely impressive.
So you're looking at 3rd and 13. Tommy McDonald's in the shotgun, and he's looking over the top, and it looks like there's no one out there. There was just no one open. He ran a quick little pitch and catch to the receiver, and he picked up maybe 3 yards on that play.
Yep, and it looks like here comes Mr. Garcia, and that means they're going to punt.
Yes. So that's tough. That's a really, really tough play. When you think about it, that's got to hurt going back to the sideline. You just had a 60, 70-yard touchdown run that got called back, and it was all for naught. Yeah, Coach B, and you think to yourself, hey, I did everything right, and yeah, that's that's an extremely tough play. So now you got Diego Garcia punting the ball off. Great boomy punt, great hang time. Got it up in the air, and they get out of the way, and it bounced at about the 20-yard line, bounced back to about the 24-yard line. So it definitely took a Lompoc Braves bounce. Yeah, it started to try to hit. It bounced once, and then as it was going to bounce back, the Eagles were able to recover it. And let's see what this Lompoc Braves offense does right here, Coach B, because right here, what they've shown in series past is that they just really work the clock. Right. So you're looking at 10 minutes, 32 seconds to go. The score of 29-0, Lompoc Braves, the visiting Lompoc Braves, 4 hours away on a drive. They came out with a little chippy, and they're ready to run. So they have their quarterback is in under the center. They send a receiver in motion, 2 receivers, and there's Tawatui. And he picks. There's a flag on the play, and usually that's in the area of holding. So we'll sit here and wait and see. Yeah, we do that. So I saw the holding right there. And that's one thing I can say about Lompoc. They haven't been very penalized tonight. No, they have not. They play extremely good disciplined football, and that's what you want to see out of your team if you're coaching them. I agree. So with 10 minutes and 26 seconds to go, that looks like that penalty will go against Lompoc. So you're looking at it's going to be, that was a first down play. So they're going to get pushed back. That's a 10-yard penalty. Right, which is devastating, Coach B. Yes, I agree. So you're looking at 10 minutes, 26 seconds to go, and let's see what Lompoc can do here. So first at 20, ball's at the 24. Well, what needs to happen, you want to see if we can get our guy Neil. We haven't heard a lot of Neil today, and again they've been able to block him and hold him to at least from today a very unproductive day today. We got to really see these kids come up and make some plays and see if they can help out the team. Confusion on the defensive side. So the ball is actually on the 14-yard line. Defense adjusted. The quarterback's understanding the Tawatui, and he picks up on that play. They held him up, and he got about 2 or 3 yards on that play. Yeah, and right now, if they could keep that up, and really this defensive line can hold up right here, that'll be big for them. I agree, and that's one of the things you want to come back and just continue to play. You just want to win the second half, and that's what Etiwanda, I'm sure they want to keep in mind. Just win that second half and see what goes from there. If you can win the third quarter, you win the fourth quarter, then you have a shot of trying to get back in this game. Exactly. So you're looking at second down in about 16, 17 yards. The quarterback, Davis, is under center, and it's a fake pass. And boy, Tawatui was in the backfield, and number 17 was on his back during that play. And Coach B, number 17 is going to be Jerome Wilson. And Jerome Wilson, Coach B, is a senior, a sophomore defensive back for the Etiwanda Eagles. And just like to your point earlier, Coach B, some of these kids will be returning for Coach Davis next year. Very young team, and that's one thing when we had a chance to chat with Coach Davis, he's really excited about is the cupboards will not be bare come next year for this team. Yes. So now you're looking at a third and about 8. Actually, we have a 3rd and 20. So it looks like they have not got any yardage on their play. So with 9 minutes and 15 seconds to go, Lompoc up 29-0. Davis is in the shotgun, sends the player in motion. It looks like that's going to be a false start. They call that play dead. Yep. So that's going to be pushing back another 5 yards. And we're starting to see them get a little bit sloppy. We didn't see this out of them Coach B, in the first half. They were a very sound football team, and not a lot of mistakes on them as well. But we're starting to see a little bit of that happen right now. I don't know if it's fatigue or what happened, but we are starting to see some penalties, and as well as
some unforced errors.
I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. So so we're going to see with 9 minutes and 15 seconds to go. And while we have a break in the action, we always want to make sure we send a little shout-out to our sponsors. The hat, they're the world-famous pastrami, a proud sponsors of your Etiwanda Eagles, as well as Chili's of North Fontana. Get your baby back ribs, a proud sponsor of Fontana. I'm sorry, Etiwanda Eagles.
Sorry about that, Coach B. Oh, my goodness. This guy, Toa Tua. I mean, he has a highlight reel where he can get himself a full-ride scholarship just on this game right here, Coach B. I mean, he puts a move on one of the Eagles players that was, I mean, my goodness.
So on that play, was not enough to get the first down.
Yeah.
So on fourth down, it looks like Lompoc will go ahead and punt that ball. So if you think about it, if you're Coach Davis and the Etiwanda Eagles, you got to think about it. They just had a huge run that was called back. It was called back. But they were moving the ball, and now you force Lompoc their first possession in the second half to punt.
Right.
And it looks like there's going to be another penalty on the play.
And you'll take whatever you can get, you'll take it right here, Coach B.
Right. And this is one of those things, win or lose. And, if the Eagles do fall tonight, this is one of those things, it's a momentum thing. It looks like a penalty on the Eagles. They're moving the ball up. But this is one of those things that you have that synergy. It's something you can build on. Hey, you got into the second round of the CIF playoffs.
Right.
In Division 4.
Yeah. You played competitive. And then in the season you went up against some very stiff competition, Coach.
In the baseline league.
Oh, yeah.
Tough league. So Grayson is back to field the punt. He's at his own about 35-yard line. The ball bounces at the 50 and dribbles down to about the 35-yard line. So Grayson sits there and very smart. He sits there and looks at it and lets the other team pick it up.
Yes, indeed.
So while we have a minute, we want to say tonight's game is brought to you in part by the Fontana Mayor Aquanetta Warren, Fontana Rotary Club, Fontana City Council Member Tahan, San Bernardino County 2nd District Supervisor Janice Rutherford, as well as IE Sportsnet, the Inland Empire Sports Authority. So Etiwanda is going to come out. First and 10, the ball is at the 35-yard line. 8 minutes, 27 seconds ago. They're down to score 29-7 against the Lompoc Braves. And Tommy McDonald's in the gun. He rolls to his left, and he's looking. He goes over top, and the ball is intercepted. It's an interception on the play, and that hurts. That is critical. And it was intercepted by number 6, and that's going to be Vincent Michael. And he is that's another play. He almost had a pick six earlier in the game. He's a wide receiver and a defensive back. He is a senior, and he came up and made a snatch, and he's going to give the ball back to his team with absolute golden field position. So they're going to get the ball at Etiwanda's 31-yard line with 8 minutes and 18 seconds to go, and that's got to hurt because prior to that, Etiwanda, they forced Lompoc to punt, and they had a great run that was a touchdown, but it was called back. But they were moving the ball, and their defense was playing well, and now you're putting some stress on your defense, and they hand the ball off to Toa Tua, and he goes off tackle, and Toa Tua picks up it looks like he picked up about 14 yards on that first play off tackle. And, boy, if they don't do anything else, they run some power football out here. So with 8 minutes, 11 seconds to go, Lompoc is in business, and they have the ball at about at Etiwanda's 18-yard line. So they are they're firing up to that line of scrimmage. Their quarterback, once again, is under center. They're in a power formation. You have one receiver, and you have three receivers bunched to your right. And he pitches it out to Toa Tua. And he gets the ball, cuts back his direction, and he picks up maybe 3 or 4 yards on that play. But, boy, does this kid have vision. He saw that he had no alley to his right, cut back to his left, and he has vision. So he was able to come back and pick up maybe 3 or 4 yards on that play. So now you're going to be looking at a second and about 7. The ball is spotted at about the 14-yard line. So Lompoc's in a power formation, and they hand the ball off to number 21, and he screams and tries it, and that's Ruben Cortez. It looks like they stopped him up at about the line of scrimmage. So you're looking now at a third down and about 3 or 4 on this play. So we'll see what Lompoc can do. The way they've run the ball all night, all they've done is they've run power formation. So they've been really, really strong tonight. So we'll see what they can do in this. And I would assume nothing else but for them to run power formation tonight. So actually you're looking at a third and about 4. 3rd and 4 on the play. They're in a power formation, You have Davis under center, two receivers to his left. He has a running back and a fullback. Hands it off to Toa. He goes between his lead blocker, and Etiwanda comes up and makes the stop. And making that stop was number 40. And number 40 for Etiwanda is going to be Kendra Henderson. He is a sophomore linebacker. So, boy, what a great future Etiwanda has. They have a very young team, but they have a great future coming. And now you're looking at fourth down, and they are not sending out the punt team. They are still in their power formation. So with fourth down and 3, they are going. They're in that power formation. They handed it to Toa. He goes off tackle, and it looks like he's going to get enough to get that first down. And boy, that was bold. Instead of going, you are in field goal range. Instead of going for the field goal, they said, you know what, we're going to go for it.
And, Coach B, that's what they've done all night. They ran the football well and done it with power and done it with success.
Mm-hmm. So now you're going to be looking at the ball is now, they're in the red zone. The ball is at about the 6-yard line. So you're looking at, at the 5-yard line. So you're looking at first and goal from the 5. They're in that power formation again with 3 running backs in the backfield. And it's a stretch play. And, boy, was that a stiff arm. There's a flag on the play, so we're going to see what that flag is. But that was a run by number 21, Ruben Cortez. And he is a junior, and Lompoc can see him coming back next year.
And, well, give Grayson credit because he actually was able to get there and make the tackle. He took a big stiff arm, but credit to him by making the tackle.
Right. And that's what you want to do. You just want to get up under him, and you want to make sure you can get that tackle. So with 5 minutes and 47 seconds to go, your Etiwanda Eagles are down a score of 29-0 to the Lompoc Braves. And it was a penalty against Lompoc. So now it was first and a goal from the 5. Now the ball is pushed back to the 15-yard line. So now you're looking at 5 minutes and 40 seconds to go. We'll see what they can do now. That is a huge penalty for them because you can't get a first down. So now you're looking at first and goal from the 15-yard line.
Right.
But they're in, now it looks like another penalty. It looks like a false start. So, boy, this hurts.
Yeah, it looks like there was an issue with the cadence right there, Coach B, and they weren't able to get that cadence down. And because the receiver left as well, and the receiver jumped and the tight end jumped.
Mm-hmm. And that's one of the things. You haven't seen a lot of that. You haven't seen a lot of penalties tonight for them. So now the fans here at Etiwanda are rocking. So you're looking at 5 minutes and 12 seconds to go. The ball is now at the 20. So you had first and goal from the 5. Now the ball is at the 20.
Yep.
And they bobbled a play. And, that was a nasty tackle.
Yeah, I hope he's okay.
Yeah, I do as well.
And Coach B, again, number 33, with that kid right there, and I've seen him make some big tackles for the Etiwanda Eagles all night long there, Coach B. And again, right, we've seen all night, we've seen these Braves football team been able to run the ball with success, but Kyle Edwards was able to come around, and he's a senior, Coach B, for these Eagles football team, and he's made some great plays behind the line of scrimmage to really put a halt to this run.
So now you're looking at second and goal from the 20. And Davis in the backfield, they run a screen. Oh, man, what a play. They sniffed that out. Fumble on the play. It is a fumble on the play. So let's see, did they recover it?
And who was that coming on the outside right there? That was Neal, Coach B. He almost could have intercepted that.
Mm-hmm. So Nate Neal, he's had a quiet night, but he made a play there.
Yes, indeed.
So with 4 minutes and 14 seconds to go, and I'm sure the Lompoc can't be too excited about this. I mean, when you think of the way that they dominated the first half of this game, it hasn't been so much of a dominating effort in this part of this part of the game.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, they run the – but one thing you can say about them, they're consistent, Coach B.
Third and goal from the 22-yard line with 4 minutes and 3 seconds to go. And it looks like the receiver took off early, but they didn't call it. And there's no one downfield. So what does he do? He runs it. And is he going to get to the end zone?
And he got to the
Wow.
My God. There's a fumble, Coach B.
So let's see about
Wow.
that. So they
What a
stopped
run.
him right before the end zone.
Yeah.
So it was 3rd and goal from the 22-yard line, and he picked up 21.5 yards.
Coach B, I cannot say enough about this quarterback. Again, Cameron Davis for this Lompoc football team. This kid has thoroughly impressed me. Just with his command over the offense and the way he's been able to, Coach B, he put a fake on the safety. I mean, and 20 yards deep.
And they're going to go for it.
Oh, yeah.
Fourth and goal from the 1. And who else but Toa. And
wow.
he gets that touchdown with 3 minutes and 13 seconds to go. Another touchdown to go up to a score of 35-0 for these visiting Lompoc Braves.
Wow, Coach B. They have come here. I don't know if they have anything against Inland Empire, but, I mean, the last 2 weeks, Coach B, they have been tough.
Yes, they have. And also, we want to thank Massage Envy. Relaxation is now in session, a proud sponsor of your Etiwanda Eagles. Yeah, that's something. And like we say, they when you look at last week, they beat the Rialto Carter team.
Yeah.
A score of 65-0, and you can see this team is legit.
Yeah. They're again, as good as advertised, Coach B. They've come in here. They played sound on both sides of the football. Running the football on offense and just playing really good stand-up defense. And they put a lot of pressure on this Etiwanda football team, and they haven't been able to respond to date.
Right, that's right. So with 3 minutes and 13 seconds to go, the extra point was up and the extra point was good. There's a score now of 36-0 for the Lompoc Braves here at Etiwanda Eagles Stadium. Looking at some of the scores, and we'll keep you advised as the game goes along. Martin Luther King Jr. has tied the score up against Saline 14-14. So that's pretty good. And then let's take a look at those Rancho Cucamonga, the Cougars. They've at half they've come back.
Like I told
you, 13-7. Rancho Cucamonga down to Mission Viejo Diablo.
Yeah, so it's 7-13, Coach B. And I told you with that game right there, Coach B, if they keep that game close, you never know.
Summit is Etiwanda's #1 chief rival. They've tied. It's a tie score now. It's 14-14 with them against Lawndale. So, and Lompoc kicks the ball off, and this punter, he gets it in the end zone once again. In high school, you cannot advance the ball out of the end zone, so the ball will be spotted at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, this kid, he's a phenomenal kicking talent. Because sometimes Coach B on the kickers, they mess up a little bit now and then, but they haven't done it to date. And another big score, Coach B, the Marietta Valley Nighthawks up 45-28 against the Norco Cougars.
They were down at half.
And they were down at half, Coach B. But, again, these guys are as good as advertised, Coach B. We put them up there. And a lot of people had questions about why they were as high as they were in our poll. I guess they're showing you right now.
And we can see. So now it's 1st and 10. Tommy McDonald's in the gun. He hands the ball off to Cashmere Dina. Cashmere Dina.
Is that face mask?
That's a good question. Cashmere picked up about 15 yards. And Cashmere, he's got to be at close to 200 yards tonight.
Well, Coach B, he would have been, if he is now, he would have been at 300 if they wouldn't have called that other call back. But this kid has speed, and he can get out of there, Coach B, in a hurry.
Mm-hmm. I agree. And Centennial at half, not at the end of the game, at the half, 56-21 against Chaminade. What a whoop. So
Just
now,
in case you didn't know.
1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. Etiwanda is headed. Oh, and there was a flag on the play. So we're going to see.
Maybe a free play, though.
We're going to see on that. That's a good one. And
yeah.
Tommy, he rolls out, didn't see anything downfield, so very smartly.
Another flag, and it might be on the sideline again. Oh, man. It's on the sideline again, Coach B.
And the second time it becomes a penalty.
No, Coach B, they've already gotten penalized.
Well, the first time's a warning. The second time becomes a penalty.
Well, remember, that's what – didn't they – so they won with the first time?
Yeah, the first time's a warning, and the second time
I thought they advanced the ball the last time they said that.
No. So let's see what that costs. And if the thing about it, that would be offsetting penalties if that first penalty thrown is against Lompoc.
All right.
So that's
what are they calling here?
That's going to be interesting.
Let's see. Oh, wow. Or it could have been both.
Right.
Against them. They called intentional grounding?
Wow. There was no receiver in the area.
I thought he got outside the pocket.
Yeah. And that's big because it's a loss of down.
Oh, wow. What a huge play.
Wow.
Oh, wow. What a huge play.
So now you're looking at 2nd and Ontario Mills. It's my goodness. That's I can't even. It's second at about 40.
Yeah, Coach B.
Wow. So Tommy's in the shotgun. Quick little screen to Cashmere Dina, and he
And
stopped
they
before he
snuffed-
can really even
my.
get going.
And they snuffed that one out, Coach B. And yeah, and that defensive line was not fooled on that play whatsoever.
And I tell you, on Lompoc, they've got a big man out there, number 54, Juan DeLuna.
Yeah.
He's 250 pounds, and he looks.
Yeah. He looks 350 pounds.
Yes. Yeah, that's a
and
big
he's able
man.
to, and he's able to, and his head is on a swivel. He's able to move around there a lot, Coach B.
So you have third down. Tommy's going over the top, and it is another interception. And that is intercepted by, looks like that's number 10 for Lompoc, and that's going to be Anthony McMahon. So that's tough.
Yeah, Coach B, right there. Mahanan.
Yeah, so you're looking now at 2 minutes and 2 seconds to go.
Yeah.
For McMahon. So you're going to be first and 10. The ball is now going to be at their. They're going to get it at about. It looks like the 26, 27-yard line.
Yeah, Coach B. That's 2 interceptions for him. That's 2 or 3 interceptions on the evening.
That's 3 interceptions on the evening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Tough. Really tough defense. So, and Coach B, another thing I've been impressed with is these DBs. And when the ball's in the air, they're going for the pick, and they're able to grab it, Coach B. I mean, they're not dropping these balls at all.
Right. So with 2 minutes and 2 seconds to go, Lompoc is in business, and Davis going over the top. He's looking for more, and that was a play that could have was targeting.
And they did throw it.
Yeah, I think that may be a targeting play on there. Hopefully he's not, and that was some good Gutierrez. Hopefully he's not ejected for that play.
Yeah.
Targeting, you can get ejected.
Or this could have been unnecessary roughness, hopefully, on or a hit on a defensive player.
Right.
Let's hope that's what it was.
Let's see what the call is going to be. And with them already having the ball at the 27-yard line, if that's a personal foul, that's going to be 15 yards.
And Coach B, he's already gotten 1 penalty on him already today for a personal foul. I don't know if there's a limit on that, but I do know he's already had 1 personal foul on the evening already.
So that's going to be a 15-yarder. I mean, boy, does that hurt.
Yeah.
And that's going to put you very close to the end zone. So
now, and Gutierrez plays. He plays with an edge. He's an aggressive safety. I didn't see good thing about it. He's not getting ejected. I didn't see a helmet to helmet there. But yeah, that very unfortunate call for the Etiwanda Eagles defensive team.
So that's going to put the ball at the 13-yard line, and that's a play I think Gutierrez could have got the ball.
I think he made a mistake by going for the hit versus going for the interception.
Right.
Yes, I agree.
So first and 10, the ball's at the 13-yard line. And who else? With Toa gets the ball. What a stiff arm.
Man.
And this young man picked up about 7 yards on that play with 1 minute and 49 seconds to go in the third quarter, with the Etiwanda Eagles trailing the visiting Lompoc Braves a score of 36-0. So now you're looking at it's going to be second and about 3.
Right. And and Coach B, credit to this Etiwanda team. They've been on a playoff schedule for a while now.
Right.
They've been playing for the last 3 weeks. They've been playing, for hopes for the playoffs.
Right. So and again, they handed out to Toa, and he has one man on the edge, and he
took him with him.
He took him, but there's a flag on the play.
Yeah, and that's going to be holding.
Yeah. So that's going to take back 10 of the 15 yards that they got.
Yeah.
So we'll see where that goes with 1 minute and 13 seconds to go from Etiwanda Eagles Stadium in Rancho Cucamonga. Etiwanda Eagles second round of the CIF playoffs against the visiting Lompoc Braves. So in going into the third quarter, I don't know what adjustments that you can see we can make.
It's tough right now, Coach B. This team hasn't really shown a lot of weakness here. We've seen them do a lot of things good. They haven't had to pass much, Coach B, so we haven't really seen a lot of passes out of the great quarterback, Cameron Davis. But what he has been able to do is really just kind of, again, take control of his offense and make the right play calls, hand the ball off stud running back, Toa. And again, they have just been causing ruckus out here tonight for the Etiwanda Eagles football team. So it's very difficult to say what they would need to do outside of a lot.
So you're looking at second and about 12. The ball is now spotted at the 15-yard line, and they ran it off of tackle, and that was Cortez. And it looks like he picked up maybe 5 or 6 yards on that play.
Right, and they're still running the ball tough right here, Coach B. And you know, even when it's, you figure we're about the third quarter is going to expire, they're still running the football, and they're still running it very aggressive.
They're not going to change their philosophy.
Oh, no.
And like you said, one thing about that, with them running the ball so aggressively, it's going to mow down that clock.
Yes, it is. One is going to wear down your defense as well, potentially.
And it's one of those things, once again, it's body shot.
Yep.
It's body shot.
Yep.
So now we're looking at 3rd and about 6. The ball is now spotted at about, I'd say, about the 8-yard line. And it looks like there's what they call the timeout. So it looks like that's going to be a timeout called against by the Lompoc Braves.
We haven't seen a timeout from these guys, almost all game, Coach B.
Yes. So, and that's one of the things. So Etiwanda, I know they're going to go ahead and regroup and see what they can do with 25 seconds to go into the third quarter of this game. The score is 36-0. Lompoc Braves up against the home Etiwanda Eagles. And as we continue to do, we're looking at the IESportsnet.com to see what the local scores are in the area. And Martin Luther King Junior Wolves, they are up 21-14 over Saline. Heritage is still in the dogfight, and both of these scores are in the fourth. Both of these games are in the fourth quarter.
Right.
Heritage is in a dogfight. They're down 19-23 against San Clemente, and it looks like Marietta Valley. They found their second win. They've gone up 51-36 against Norca.
My goodness, what a showing out there, Coach B.
And Don Lugo's they're rolling. They're rolling right now. They're up. They were the team that we talked about that upset Ontario Colony.
Yes.
So they're to win the league.
Right.
They're up 35-10 over Temesco Canyon, and they're back out on the field. We're looking at 3rd and about 5. The ball is now on the 8-yard line. So let's see what Lompoc can do. And it was a bobble snap. And boy, does that hurt.
Yeah.
So a bobble.
They lost almost about 10 yards on that play, Coach.
Yes. Yeah, that's tough. That is tough. So now you're going into 4th down. Let's see if they're going to send a punter. Did they bring a punter on the bus?
Yeah. Well, that kicker can kick. He probably can go for 55 yards, Coach B. He's kicked it out of the end zone or into the end zone, deep into the end zone for every kickoff up to date.
Right. So that's so let's see what they're going to do. Looks like there was another timeout on the field. So you look at oh no, excuse me, that was the end of the third quarter. So we're going into the 4th and final quarter.
Yes.
With the Etiwanda Eagles trailing Lompoc a score 36-0 here.
And they excuse me, Coach B, and they have literally taken the wind out of this place. Tonight, Lompoc. Credit to them, credit to the coaching staff. They came in there with a game plan, Coach B, and they haven't wavered.
One thing that really hurt was in that third quarter when Cashmere had that 60-yard run
that was
called
tough.
back.
That was
deflating.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, if you would point and Coach B and say, hey, which one was it? I would definitely have to agree with you on that one, sir.
Right. I'd say that might be the play of the game. That really hurt because Etiwanda came out of the halftime with some momentum.
Right.
They came out with some fire, and they had some really good things going. They forced Lompoc to punt their first possession, and they go out and run for a touchdown, and it gets called back. So that's really tough.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So, yeah, like I said, as you sit here and we get ready to go into the 4th and final quarter, we're looking at Colony. They're in a dogfight as well. They're down 30-42 against Corona Del Mar. And then the second round is when it really, really starts to get tough. Norte Vista, are they in Riverside?
Yes, Norte Vista High School, yes.
Norte Vista is up 49-40 over Santa Margarita. So,
oh, wow.
Yes. So now you're looking at going to the 4th quarter. We got to set the clock and get some time on the clock. But we're looking for a field goal here. So Redlands East Valley is down as well. So
what's the count on that one, Coach B?
So Redlands East Valley, when we look at the score, they're down 31-14 against La Harper.
And they're going into the 4th quarter.
So it looks like Roosevelt has been able to. They're ahead against Redlands. The score is 35-28. So Roosevelt looks like they're starting to muster, and they're in that tough Big 8 league.
Yeah, I was about to say they're still out there in that where it's very, very tough.
So the extra point, the field goal is up, and the field goal is good.
Yeah.
So
good attempt by the Eagles to go in there and block that. They were really close.
Yeah. So you're looking at a score of 39-28 And it looks like the referees, it looks like they're signaling for a running clock.
Is that what I see?
Because it looks like he was winding.
Oh, wow. I'm hearing that.
Yeah. So he signaled he wants to go running clock.
I haven't seen that. Well, they can't run the clock. Do they run it like the clock like that for the kickoff?
That's a very, very good question. So,
wow.
So yeah, that's so that we will sit through this.
Yeah, Coach B. I mean, this is something here. This team, Coach B. I talked to Coach Davis before the game started. He let me know this team. Again, they do their thing, and that's what they do, Coach B. And they run the football. The quarterback is able to pass. As I mentioned to you, Coach B, he has over 1,000 yards passing, but he doesn't have to pass the ball quite a bit.
And I would say before they signal a running clock, listen to our Damien game broadcast on 30 points, unanswered points in 5 minutes and 3 seconds. So I would ask the referees to listen to that before you signal a running clock.
Exactly.
So with 11 minutes and 56 seconds to go,
he's
Lompoc,
still kicking out. He almost made a field goal, Coach B.
My
goodness.
I've never
Coach
seen
B,
anything like that.
Oh my goodness. This kid, we need to figure out who this kid is. He's going somewhere.
What school is he going?
Goodness. Coach B, he just on a kickoff, he almost kicked the ball through the upright.
And one thing that I want to do is for the Elisa and the Rancho Cucamonga booster team.
Oh.
We saw the program.
Yes.
And when you open the program, you open it up, you see the program, you see my picture. So I was pretty excited about that.
Is that right?
So both of our pictures were in the program. So
yes.
We want to thank Coach Davis as well as our guy Carlos.
We appreciate it.
We didn't give enough love to our guy Carlos. And then in the shotgun is Hamill, and it was a quick slant to Jordan Porter, incomplete on first down, and the ball's at 20. But we want to say thank you to the Fontana. I'm sorry, I keep saying Fontana. To the Etiwanda Eagles Booster Club, who graciously put us in the program this game. I really appreciate that.
Once again, Coach B, we want to thank all the ladies and the men that are working the concessions. Always always treat us well there. So we appreciate that.
Right. So on second down, you picked up about 5 or 6 yards. I know Elisa's in there. We have Anderson, who is the treasurer for the Miss Anderson, who's one of the treasurers. McDonald's mom helps out a lot in the snack bar as well.
Yep.
So we appreciate that. So 11 minutes and 8 seconds to go, and it looks like I said it is a running clock. Hamill's in the backfield. He is a read option. He hands it off to Cashmere Dealing. He shifts in the backfield, and there's a flag being thrown, and usually that's in the area of holding.
Yeah, holding or blocking the back. Either one's not good.
Exactly.
At least for the Eagles.
And we have the eternal player of the game, and we know that it's coming. Who do you? Any front runners you have tonight?
Coach B, it's a toss up. Both of them on the side of the Braves football team. Right now, I've been impressed with Cameron Davis as well as the stud running back Tua Toa.
Yeah.
So it's going to be one of those two gentlemen.
So the penalty was on the Etiwanda Eagles, so it's going to push them back. So you're going to be looking at third and about 16 on this play.
Yes, sir.
So we're looking at 10 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Hamill is back in the game. He's in the shotgun. He has 3 receivers to his left, two to his right, and he's looking over top. He's looking to go deep, and he has a receiver out there.
Oh, he jumped too early.
That was close. I don't think he was the targeted receiver that went up and tried to get it. It was a lot of air in that pass.
Well, there's an Eagles defensive back who had position, Coach B. He just jumped a bit too early and was unable to do anything with that pass there. And they're going to go on defense here, and
it looks like they're going to punt it. You see Diego Garcia out there, so it's going to be a punt. Centennial is really pulling away, 63-28 against Chaminade.
Wow.
Yes.
Still playing good. Oh, my goodness, Coach B. He's going to have to kick this out of there.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
and I don't know what that is. Coach B, you have to kick the ball right there. I don't know that he touched the ball, Coach B. So what is that right there? Is that roughing the kicker?
No, I think on a muff, I don't think so. But smartly, he punted the ball. It didn't get very far, but he was smart to punt the ball and try to get it out of
instead of kicking it. I was almost going to say, Coach B, kick it out of bounds.
But then it would be a safety. And
but you either get a safety or a touchdown.
Yeah. Because if Diego kicks it out of bounds and Etiwanda gives up the safety, and then you punt the ball back.
Well, I'm just saying, though, but again, the issue is what you do generally sometimes when the ball's in the end zone like that, instead of suffering the team getting a touchdown,
right,
you kick the ball out of bounds.
So 1st and 10, the ball is at about the 23-yard line, 8 minutes and 32 seconds to go. Lompoc, they're in business. They're already in the red zone. It's a sweep play to number 10, and he gets out to that edge. And I tell you, they must have a drill where they just practice stiff arms.
Well, Coach B, one thing I really am impressed by all the running backs of this Lompoc football team is they run with a lot of patience.
Yes.
You know, again, like you see the star running back for the America's football team, Ezekiel Elliott, he runs with a great amount of patience and then is able to really turn on the boosters when the hole forms up.
Runs with a purpose. So that was Manning. So you're looking at now it's going to be 1st and 10. They were able to get a first down.
No doubt about that.
The ball's at the 5-yard.
Yeah, difficult.
Runs the same player in motion, and is a pitch play to number. That looks like that was number. It was a touchdown. So it looks like that was number 12, and that's going to be Carlos 7. No, that can't be number 12. That's a punter.
That's number 2. That's number 2.
Okay, number 2 is Gregory Lewis.
Yeah.
And that's a guy who's had a couple of interceptions tonight.
Yeah, Coach B. I mean, this team is. I mean, they're talented, Coach B. And
they're not letting up.
No, they're not. No, they're not, Coach B. And again, we saw that last week, and you said they put up 65 points up against Carter and shut them out.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of the things that Coach Davis talked about, Coach B, is he talked about is they shut guys out, and we're seeing why now.
The extra point is up, and the extra point is good. So now it would be a score of 46-0 with 7 minutes and 2 seconds to go. The Lompoc goes up. Rancho Cucamonga, Etiwanda's arch rival, has come back, and in the third quarter they're up 14-13.
Coach B, and let me tell you something. That is a huge game right there. If Rancho Cucamonga could pull that off, that would be like a shock the world kind of thing right there, because you got to think that Mission Viejo team, they've been talking about this team, all year. If Rancho's able to roll in there, they're going to have, they may have a streamline.
I think it's at Mission Viejo.
And it is at Mission Viejo.
Mm-hmm.
And that may create a big streamline for a meeting with the Evil Empire Centennial at the top.
And they're Division I, correct?
That is correct, sir.
And Division I is supposed to be the best.
It is the best.
And Max Press voted that the toughest division in the nation.
No doubt about it.
Yes. So now you're looking at 6 minutes and 56 seconds to go, score of 46-0 for the Lompoc Braves, the visiting Lompoc Braves. So we'll see how this is going to go.
No doubt about it. I'd be interested to see what this Lompoc Braves team does in the playoffs too. I've been impressed, Coach B. Again, they're
not letting up.
No, this team is as good as advertised. They got a kicker.
And he kicked that ball out of the end zone.
And he's done that every time.
It literally landed outside of the end zone.
Well, Coach B, one time, the time before that, he almost made a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
The Etiwanda Eagles have not been able to bring him in. He's had a lot of kickoffs, and they haven't been able to bring one out, not one.
Right. And you think about it. So this is the second playoff game of the season, and Lompoc has put up, when you look at
100.
111 points.
Yeah.
And they've given up 0.
Wow.
Wow. They've given up 0. So Hamill is in the shotgun. Cashmere Dina's with him. Is sweet play with Cashmere Dina, and Cashmere takes a big shot by number 33 and number 33. That's going to be
Delani Henderson, Coach B, and he came in there, Coach B, and my goodness, did he land a helmet?
Yes, he did.
And
they're
Coach
still
B,
playing.
I was about to say it's a running clock. You're not supposed to be so mean.
Yes. So 6 minutes and 33 seconds to go. Score 46-0. Hamill's in the backfield, and it is an option play.
And you can't give the option up. That's a little late when you give the option up right there, Coach B. Generally speaking, right there, if you're the quarterback, you hold that and you just take a dive in there for the football team. Anytime you do lateral the ball off like that, Coach B, you risk a turnover.
Right. So with 6 minutes and 8 seconds to go, the score now score 46-0. Etiwanda, they're in trouble right now. So let's see. It looks like a player is down on the play. And
Okay.
while we have a moment, we want to go ahead and
man.
thank our gracious sponsors. So
I want to say, hey, Councilmember Tahan, Mayor Warren, just want to say thank you so much for this being so gracious.
And Supervisor Janice Rutherford.
I want to make sure we mention Ms. Rutherford. She's been great. Thank you so much for your contribution.
And the Fontana Rotary Club.
Indeed.
So Hamill's in the shotgun. He has a Cashmere unit in the backfield with him. He's going over the top, and he hits Jordan Porter. He on 3rd and 15. It looks like they got the first down. So on 3rd and 15, they picked up about 17 yards.
And Coach B, they've tried that pass play at least 4 times tonight, and they finally were able to get Porter on the outside of that safety and be successful on that. It looks like on basically a cross pattern, almost like a post.
So we also want to say that we're in shotgun. We're going fast, and you look at and that's number 18. He goes over the top, and that's almost.
Is that an interception?
He was out of bounds. He was out of bounds.
And they're going to call that an interception.
They're going to call. No way.
Yes,
he was
Coach
out
B.
of bounds.
And that was
Shane Murphy with the pass. And there's a flag on the play. Let's see what that flag is. It looks like the way it's looking, it looks like it's probably going to be against Etiwanda. It looks like he's calling that interception. It looks like that is going to be on Etiwanda.
Coach, that's number 5 on the interception, Coach B. That's going to be Elijah Malcolm. And if this holds up, that may be one of the more impressive interceptions I've seen all year.
And we want to thank Stater Brothers, a proud sponsor of your Etiwanda Eagles, serving Southern California since 1936. Stater Brothers and Team Physical Therapy. You'll see them. You'll see there's a difference. A proud sponsor of your Etiwanda Eagles. So it's holding against Etiwanda. So, wow.
And it's holding, but it's after the interception, correct?
I didn't know because we were looking at that fine interception. I didn't see when the flag was thrown. So 4 minutes and 12 seconds.
I want to make sure we're seeing this correctly here. So it was an interception. They are giving it to Lompoc then. Wow, what a pick right there, Coach B. I mean, he's running on the sidelines. He's in front of the defensive back was in front of him. We're talking about Elijah Malcolm for the Lompoc Braves, and he was able to somehow reach back, pick the ball off in tightrope, and still keep 1 foot in to make a completion.
I love the way they break the huddle and fire up that line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
I wish you could see it on our radio audience, but they after they break the huddle, they fire up. It's been a change at quarterback. There's a new quarterback out there, and it looks like they haven't lost a beat. And there's the flag on the play, but their quarterback is number 14, and 14, the new quarterback, is going to be Xavier Nix, and Xavier Nix is a junior. He's a quarterback and a linebacker. It's a flag. It looks like it's going to be against Lompoc, but boy, did he look like a running back out there.
Yeah, he did, Coach B. And as you were just saying, alluding to, Coach B, they don't miss a beat. This has been an impressive, one of the more impressive football teams that we've seen live on air here during our Fox Sports 1350 Game of the Week.
Yes, it has. I would say it's probably the most impressive quarterback we've seen all season. Damian Kidd.
Oh, with Damian Kidd, definitely.
As quarterback.
Well, as quarterback, yes.
But running back is going to be the Red. Yeah.
Yeah, Jalen Red. But I don't know, Coach B. This Toa Tua guy.
It's Red. So
he's not playing. But Toa Tua, this kid is talented. I mean, obviously, Red is way more explosive. And I think we're seeing that. Don't let us tell you that. Ask Mission Viejo.
Right. Yeah, and we'll have to take a look at that before we get out of here and see if there's a timeout on the field with 2 minutes and 36 seconds to go. Summit, they were tied up. Now they're down 14-21. So Summit is in a dog. So San Gorgonio is up 34-24 over Tustin. Yep. And I'm trying to see if we can find that Rancho Cucamonga game. I know they're on Big Fox. So if you get a chance and you're listening to us live, listen to Big Fox. Rancho Cucamonga up 21-13. They are 21 unanswered points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's something, Coach B.
And we talked about that, and it's one thing that Etiwanda is right in the middle of. And I'm in LA Import. I wasn't born and raised out here like you were. And I've seen it. A lot of my classmates from high school, I can't tell you how many of us have relocated out here because, housing is cheap. And a lot of our kids are here now. And that talent is coming out here.
Well, Coach B, welcome. Well,
Thank you.
You're welcome out here. I hope you guys can breathe a little better.
Right. Jalen, actually, the air is worse out here because of the mountains, but Jalen Red is from Carson. So Lompoc is under center, hands it off, and what a tough run with 2 minutes and 31 seconds to go.
And we're still on a running clock, Coach B, so this thing is still winding down. I want to make sure we give a big shout-out to the Etiwanda Eagles coaching staff. They've given us a lot of great access. Coach Davis in particular, every time we come down there, we talk to him. Generally speaking, that's a private area. You're getting your team fired up, but they're always very welcoming. And also, just, again, the security, the folks that keep us safe here. They keep our equipment safe. We just wanted to give them a big shout out, a big thank you.
So now you're looking at a second and about 20. Their quarterback is in the shotgun, and that, like we said, it's been a change at quarterback, and their quarterback is there a penalty before they can even snap the ball?
Well, because Coach, you got a lot of kids in there who've never played, so you're going to see that happen every now. So you had to delay a game there on Lompoc Braves.
Xavier Nix is their replacement at quarterback.
Yes.
So with 1 minute and 32 seconds to go, it looks like we got about a minute 32 seconds to go left in this 2016 Etiwanda Eagles football season. We want to thank everybody who was involved in making this successful. Mike Suarez back at home base, as well as Rob Scorpion and Elston. They've been so great to us back at home base at Fox Sports 1350.
And big shout out to my man Greg Hollis. And I know Greg Hollis, big Friday night for him. We'll see you tomorrow morning at the studio, brother.
As well as Jasmine, who stood in for us a couple of times when we did the RCC game of the week as well. So it's been nothing but a joy this season for us. And we look back to coming back even stronger with 51 seconds to go here in this broadcast. It's hard to believe. So we were scheduled to do 11 games, ended up doing 12.
Yeah.
So I'll take it.
And it's been a great run. And again, like I said, we've been really excited about it. And hats off to this Lompoc football team. Right. I got to make sure we say that. I mean, they've been impressive.
So second and 25. It looks like there was another change at quarterback. It is a read option, and they're not letting up. And they run that read option to the left. And boy, he picked up. Oh, it's a fumble on the play. A fumble on the play, and it was second and 25. He picked up about 20 yards, but they fumbled. So with 13 seconds to go, it's a running clock, and that's probably going to do it for us.
That's probably looks like it's going to be a last. They're lining up to shake hands.
Right.
And again, hats off to this Etiwanda football team for making it to the playoffs this year.
Right. And like we said, we want to thank all the sponsors that have helped to make this a successful year. We want to say thank you to all of Etiwanda Eagles sponsors, Bellacina Italiano, In and Out, Army National Guard, the Hattondale World Famous Pastrami, Chili's of North Fontana, Massage Envy, Stater Brothers, and Team Physical Therapy, as well as Fontana Mayor Aquanetta Warren, Fontana Rotary Club, San Bernardino County 2nd District Supervisor Janice Rutherford, Fontana City Council Member Michael Tahan, and we can't forget about IE Sportsnet, the Inland Empire Sports Authority. Join Coach B and Eternal every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. on Fox Sports 1350. Visit us on the web at iesportsnet.com or on Fox Sports 1350, Fox Sports Radio 1350. So what a game it was tonight.
And I got to give a big shout out to my partner Coach B, just doing a wonderful job. And again, it's been a great ride.
Same here. I wish I could say about you doing it. No. I say the same here. We had some bumps and bruises, but we learned it out along the way, and what a great year it was. But we really couldn't do this without our guy back at home base, Greg Holler, who runs the board for us. He's our guy that's been with us from the beginning. When we first made the journey to Fox Sports a year ago. It's hard to believe we've been there a year, but we've already been there a year. So
and check us out tomorrow. Make sure you guys check us out tomorrow. We're gonna have we'll be doing all the score updates on all the Inland Empire schools, the playoffs. Again, it was quarterfinals tonight. It's gonna be a great show tomorrow.
Indeed. So along with my IE Sportsnet co-host Eternal, I am Coach B, saying so long, and it's the end of the season from the Etiwanda Eagles Stadium in Rancho Cucamonga. Remember, tonight's final score was Etiwanda 6, the visiting Lompoc Braves 46. So that was a loss in the CIF playoffs. That will be our very last game of the week broadcast. It's kind of emotional.
Yeah, it is emotional.
But we want to thank you all for listening and for tuning in. And like we said, we will see you tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. on Fox Sports 1350.
And we're out.
You are tuned into the new home for IE Sportsnet every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. with Coach B.
And Turner, when it comes to Inland Empire sports, the conversation starts and stops here.
On Fox Sports Radio 1350 AM, IE Sportsnet every Saturday morning, 8 a.m.